Welcome to the CrashOut.
Yo, what's good, peoples? You already know. Back with episode 70 of the Crash Out podcast. You know, I'm here with the boys crashing out again this week. Man, we got a lot to talk about. A lot going on in the gaming world. Some good and some not so good things, as usual. You know, we're not surprised. Gaming community always got some shit going on. But we about to get into it, man. Got a beast episode tonight. You already know it's your boy Nano_Blaster, but you call me Nano. And yeah, man, shit gonna get lit, man. Mr. Caleb, man, what's good?
Yo, what's good, everybody? Caleb Black Flash. You know, I've been MIA for a minute, but you know what I'm saying, I'm in my training arc, I guess you could say. But nah, it's good to be back for another episode. You know, I won't fall asleep this time. You know, we ain't late, and I got some energy, man. So yeah, I should be here for the whole. Man, the 5-hour energies make me crash. I actually lose energy, maybe because of the caffeine too much. I don't know, but yeah, man, it's yeah, I've been hearing, you know, some interesting things with the gaming world, so I'm here to give my take on it. So, hey, good to be back. Good to be back. You know, I'll get back into the streaming soon, but you know, we'll see. But yeah, Sammy, go ahead and introduce people. What
you know, another week, another podcast episode. I'm excited. You know, a lot has gone on apparently, and you know, half of this panel, you know, they devastated. But I got to pick my boys up. You know, this is Sammy Namikaze, Resident Afro Samurai, and I'm excited to just get into these topics. So I'm gonna let Angel top us off.
Pause. Yo.
Why you? You said Angel out here giving.
Angel, shit crazy. Poppy a Speedstorm. This man wildin', yo. We back with another one. Yeah, we got a lot has happened in the last week. Apparently, I mean, you never know in the gaming world. You might have a slow week, or you might have a week where a bunch of shit just popped off. So I mean, this happens to be one of those weeks. So you know, strap up. This is about to be a wild ride. And let's get on to it.
Yeah. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. We covering the drama, we talking about your mama. We smoking on the ganja, we drifting in the Honda. We turning up with Sammy, one wingers with the family. Black flash jamming like a lammy, Nano always understanding. Yeah. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. DJ, papi, perreo. DJ, papi, perreo.
Let's go, chat. Oh shit!
Yes, we got some new sound effects.
Oh shit! That was my DJ drop right there, y'all. How we doing, everybody?
Hey, I'm clean. That's clean.
Yeah, that girl voice is nice, you know, DJ Poppy. Oh shit! That got me piped up, you know.
Uh-oh.
All right. Where do we start?
I guess we can start with the divisions, right?
Yeah, so what's new with Division? I know this is the Division Super Division Season 2. I know one concluded on a banger with, the Dons of Speedstorm beating the final boss. The final boss has finally been defeated, and this is a new season. So, I mean, it's the early stage, right? Week 1?
Yeah, yes, this was week 1 of the season 2. New teams, a lot of different teams, a lot of people switching up rosters. Yeah,
how about we go over that? Let's look. I mean, there's a sheet, right? We should go over, who the new
I
teams
can pull
are.
up the page real quick. Let me.
Let's see what this season looking like. Some of the differences, man. See if anybody peeled some Kevin Durant.
Let's see. Let's look at the team statistics. I think that's how we look at the teams, right? Or do we go? Is there a way to look at the season bracket?
I don't know if it was on Wolf's stream or he posted it in the.
Okay, yeah, season standing. So you got BRZ Paradoxo, which is Wolf's team, which consists of Wolf, Rugal, Danilo, Diego, Sack, Goblin King, and McNugget.
So McNugget finally joined Divisions after 2 years. How long has it been, man? Like World Cups, Divisions, Super Divisions. Nougat finally in the mix. I wonder what made him decide to finally join.
Apparently, the story is Wolf joined on Nougat's stream and said, "You are on my team in Divisions," and McNugget was like, "Okay," and I guess he never said no, and there you have it.
Hey, the McNugget special. The McNugget special.
Oh man.
No, as much as we clown on that,
man, you gonna have to represent because
Nougat's actually pretty good, man. So
Nougat was saying,
"Oh yeah,
Caleb the last time."
Like, yeah, he said, "Angel Caleb, I know I can be Angel and Caleb." What? Like, yeah, he was acting like he was that much better than you, man.
Caleb not playing right now, so you gonna have to hold your boy up, man.
Yeah, right. He was talking spicy on you.
I mean, from what it sounds like, it ain't looking too good for McNugget even playing though. This time zone is too fucked up to align with the division with everybody else. To be honest,
that's a fact.
Yeah, he might make an appearance. He might. You know what I'm saying?
He's literally gonna have to be playing in the middle of the fucking night, bro.
Yeah, man, and that's the unfortunate side. When you ever notice when McNugget streams, it's usually at nighttime, like our time.
Yeah.
Because I think
midnight, like 1, 2, 3
on the same time zone as Japan almost, right?
Something like that. Yeah, because Australia is like right under that motherfucker.
Yeah. So you pretty much a whole day ahead at that point. Or
all right, so that's
half a day ahead.
That's the first team. So what's the other team? The second
we got the second team called Auto Thoughts. We have
Auto Thoughts. Who's on that one?
Easy.
I like that.
That's crazy.
You got Gohan Sun, Semboyet, Lionheart, Goozy, Gustpool, and Serbian Goblin. That is one of the rookie teams.
I'm assuming that's one of the rookie teams.
Yeah, it's one of the rookie teams. Then we have BRZ Legacy, which is another rookie team. You have the Mr. Mime, Ketchum, Tramon, Leon, Edever, and Bruno. Then you have, Angel's former team, the New Wave. They got DK, Ryoni, Calvis, Bronco, and 604 Lucas.
All right, what made you want to, separate from that team?
Well, I mean, originally the plan was to always be in a team with Absent, and that just never happened last season. I almost thought I wasn't going to be on the team, and then the BRZ boys said, "Hey, we want you on our team." I was like, "Oh, that's how that came about."
Oh, okay.
And then we got a team coming back. We got the Dream Team back. The DT is back.
What?
Yeah, we got Sunny, we got Villain, Danny Boy, Romy, Travi, and Cookie Queen on the new DT team led by Sunny.
They was tired of getting split up. They was tired of getting split up on other teams. They said, "Let's just bring it back."
Brought it back.
Okay.
Then you have another team called Cartastrophe, which was the same team as Cartastrophe. We got Toffee, Rafnu, Distant Art,
I actually like that
Enzo,
name.
Iceman, and Cards for Ace. So it looked like they included 2 new members in their team, which is Iceman and Cards for Ace. Are now in the team.
All right, there we go. Good to see Iceman found a team.
Okay.
Then you got another team called the Soft Resets, which is Monstro, 3-Headed Monkey, Elsa's Husband, Foster, and Terrace Links. I don't know what the LKF stands for, but then that's the Soft Resets.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Maisie's team called the Lateborn, which is a lot of the members from last season's Lateborn. But you got Maisie's sons, Seymour, Elfin, Ferrari, and Sandwalks.
Oh, Ferrari and Sandwalks? Oh, the Lateborn cooking.
Yeah, the Lateborn.
You know Ferrari already. Ferrari ain't joining your team.
Sandwalks, Ferrari, Seymour, Maisie. That's a sleeper team, bro. That's a sleeper team.
That's a strong team.
That is 100% a strong team. Then we have another DT team. So we got 2 DT teams this season with DT Wildcats. This one is led by PR Carlo. We got Hayes is in his team, by the way. Girl, Jake Dunk, Snack Daddy, and Romanja. So, you know, we have a World Cup 1 winner in here and a World Cup 2 winner here, being Hayes and Romanja. But Hayes is not gonna play until they move up, because they're a rookie team, and Hayes says he won't play on their team until they move up into the veteran leagues. So he's more like a coach right now, and then eventual player once they move up.
From what I heard that wasn't it something like Romanja and Hayes?
They can't play together. Yeah, so if Romanja's not playing, Hayes can play. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. They want to build the
squad up,
newer
get the reps in.
Okay. I actually think that's pretty smart.
With everything going on with the monetization of Speedstorm, it still is good to see that people still have a passion for divisions and playing competitively.
This is the only fun I have in this game. Like, legitimately, Caleb, I only play divisions now. I don't play ranked. I don't play none of that. I just literally play the game for divisions now. That's the only fun that I have in this game now. Is division. Yeah. With 6 stars, it does change everything, bro. I promise you, if you never played the 6-star races in private lobbies, and with lightweights are eating, like, remember how we complain about lightweights never keeping up? That's not a problem now. Oh, it's not a problem now. Oh my God, it's different now. It's crazy.
Yeah, that will be fun to try out. Like I said, Angel, I had to maybe be a reserve, or maybe I get back in the game. I might.
Maybe the 6 stars might ignite Caleb, the speedster to come one more time,
one more.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa. Hey, what I'm saying? I'm not a one-round person. I'll say that.
Caleb said he going live.
And then we have the Celestial Warriors, which is Falcon, Toxic, Cedric, All-Star, and Hoodie.
Celestial Warriors.
Hoodie. Oh shit. Hoodie.
Hold on. Where's Dino?
Hold on. Hoodie. What?
Yeah.
Toxic without Dino on another team.
Yeah. The Don split up. The Don split up.
Man, Toxic. Hey, that podcast, the semifinals came out. He must have. I ain't heard from Toxic fans. He said, "I got disrespected."
Toxic, like, we got to split up again. I got something to prove.
And then we got
Dino on a strong ass team too.
Oh yeah. He is definitely on a strong team.
Oh, they split up. So.
Yeah, they split up. Yeah.
It'd be good to see them go against each other.
Project K-Sera, which is me and Abby's team. And then we got Valix, and then Galvanator. That's the only member in our team so far. We're still looking for 2 members. Still, 2 members. Maybe if Caleb joins, we just need 1 member, but That's not set in stone yet. You know, maybe somebody can, ignite that passion in Caleb one more time. You know, somebody call him out. Will said that.
No Departed?
I said, everybody has said Departed, but have you seen Departed's track record in Divisions?
Departed is a skilled racer, but he's
not a good team player. He's not a good team player.
Like, I guess it's like when things get bad, like, because, sometimes art stuff happens in a race. He'll just like leave the race sometimes. I remember that happening. So
yeah, but maybe it's different because y'all the homies. Absent, definitely one of his good friends, and then Angel. I mean, maybe shit will change. Maybe he just needs the right company to steer him in the right direction. He needs Angel to take
the many CrashOut I think all it takes is one match that's on the line, and then he leaves mid-match and leaves the team hanging for another
crash. Angel and Absent, man.
So what I'm about to say isn't directly geared towards Departed, but this is geared towards a lot of motherfuckers in Divisions and competitive Speedstorm all the way since the first World Cup.
Dang, that's a long time ago.
Listen, it's a lot of motherfuckers that are CrashOut material that are on some teams, and let's just say when shit hit the fan, it doesn't have to even be in a race. It's a lot of motherfuckers that start to be on some bullshit and don't know how to act. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that first World Cup was something special. I'll say that.
So,
oh my God!
Yeah, I think here's
the first World Cup.
Here's the thing about Speedstorm: there's a lot of skilled, talented players mechanically, but when it comes to mental fortitude, some people,
they just get in their own way, like James Harden.
Yeah, they get in their own way. That's a good way to put it.
It's a lot of motherfuckers that ain't really built like that. Like, they could play, they got the skill to race, but the intangibles, they not built, bro. They not.
You know what Stephen A.
And we're not just talking about one person. There's a lot of people in mind when we're saying this.
You know what Stephen A. used to say now? When it's playoff times, palms get sweaty, backsides get tight.
Pause.
Some people just need
that's,
built.
But that's when your team has to be composed the most, man. You can't crash out because your ass is to the fire. You gotta fan that motherfucker, man.
I know some of y'all just trying to get applications out to be on the podcast for the CrashOut because y'all some CrashOuts, but y'all need to help your team too.
Hey, Sammy, how many Sammy files is left, man?
Just 2 more. And one's dropping this Friday. Ooh, who said that?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I'm not sick, so I got some time. I'm back. Expect the stream as well.
He said 2026. He said I wasn't able to release the files because of COVID. But yeah, that is.
Oh wait, we need last team. Apex Goats is the last team. That is Taya, Dino, Nalisi, Tom 4K, Sonic Anarchy, and Silver Latane.
Okay, Sonic back in the same.
Hold on, what happened to RKA? So they're not competing no more.
Hey, maybe maybe not this.
I like seeing them. Just
I did too. They never gave up, but maybe eventually though. You know what I'm saying? It gets. I think I don't know if it was it might have been 4AK, but it was one team.
Different name.
They might be, but there was a team who could only get like 2 people at a time. I mean, at that point, if every season you're only able to get 2 people a race, like at that point you might as well disband because it's like it's not fair for you to be trying but only have 2 people going against 4. So if they disbanded because they weren't consistently able to get a full team, then I understand.
That makes sense. Because I like the progression season by season, but sorry to take shine off the Apex Goats. Tyab, Dino, Nalissi, Tom 4K, Sonic Anarchy, Silver Letition. So
Silver Letition.
But hey, I see there's still some VRZ teams. VRZ teams are still alive. They still going strong. But the final bosses, once they got defeated, man, now you know they.
Wolf was saying Ferrari Captain added 10 players and they all didn't play. Only went 4v4 once. That's crazy.
Crazy. See, that's wild, bro.
Hey, Wolf, do you know what location or country they're playing out of? Maybe that might be a thing. Maybe they're all split up. I don't know.
To me, that just sounds like people were joining and not able to commit, man.
You know what that reminds me of, Nano? The first World Cup. You know, we had some teams doing that nonsense. Peru. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, Peru is definitely a top.
Oh, they're from France. Yo, Wolf. What happened to those Frenchmen, man? We got to get those French players back. Kabrut, you know, Kazuki. We got to get all these people back.
I don't know, man.
I want to see them French players back.
A lot of that is game loss fault. Why some players don't want to come back.
Wolf, I want you to reach out to these guys and bring them back.
Like Sammy's god, Maxi. There's a reason why Maxi don't play no more.
No, that's Nano's god. That ain't mine.
Bro, you barely hear me bring up Maxi, bro.
Not anymore. But I remember the first World Cup. That was that was Nano's man. Every 2 seconds, Maxi to the goat. Maxi this, Maxi.
That was his almighty.
Yeah,
Deku.
It's crazy how you bringing up the first World Cup, but I could have swore we way past that, and you still bringing his name up.
That's because I was talking about Peru, and that was in the first World Cup.
Sammy said, "Give me the baton. I'll take the tour." Yeah, Sammy love bringing up Maxi.
Hold on, Wolf said he contacted all the France guys. I contact everyone that is not playing. Oh, so they're just really not interested in Wolf.
No.
That's unfortunate.
I'm telling you, they don't. A lot of players that left, they actually done with the game.
Manji too, Wolf. Manji's really done. Cause man, if Manji was on a team that could go somewhere, his talents would be finally utilized. Like I was sorry to see this man on a solo team every season.
Just put it this way. I mean, look at Fortnite and look at all the people who are like Fortnite pros. Even a lot of them don't even play Fortnite no more. So you think people are just gonna play Speedstorm forever? Hell no, bro.
I get that, but like it is the divisions, you know.
Sometimes
you said they all refuse to play because the game loss sucks. Damn, I don't blame.
I'm telling you,
the reason why I retired.
Shit ass, bro.
But what's it called?
He will join Paradox until the end of the season. Oh shit! See, Angel, I told you, bro. Man, Angel, that could have been your fourth right there, bro. Or your fifth player. My bad. You already got 4 players.
But yeah, those are the teams. The new teams this season. Definitely some mix-ups and some changes. Like I said. There's definitely some hidden gems, so it's gonna be interesting to see some of these matchups and some former teammates going against each other. So you know, we'll really get to see who was really holding it down on the team and who's getting carried. Now let me stop. But I guess we can get into the week 1 of Super Division Season 2 and see who the winners and losers were. We'll pull that up.
Angel, I told you, man. How you gonna let another team take up Manji? It's crazy. Crazy.
It be like that, bro.
I told him. Angel's like, nah, he quit. He ain't gonna play. I'm like, all you gotta do sometimes is ask. You never know. And look, he's gobbled up. That's crazy.
Or we get Sammy's other guy, Cam's Turbos.
Cam's Turbos? Oh my god, you can get that kid out of retirement? I don't know what he's
See, Sammy just had an orgasm. He said, oh.
Nah, man. Get that kid out of school. Someone do his homework for him and have this man play for Angel's team. Ooh.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Sammy over here got a couple favorite players, man. You mentioned them. You fucking busted in the
Sammy likes Maxi, Manji, and Cam's Turbos. With a hint of Reese. Sammy over here
they are my Infinity Stones. I got the gauntlet out.
Sammy over here like Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter, bro. Boy, he's gone.
I'm only missing 1 stone. That's Giselle.
Oh man, that's funny, man. Hey, shout out to all.
Yeah, man. Good times, man. World Cup.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess we can get into the scores. like Mr. Angel might be a little bit preoccupied, but
you have been disconnected. You have been disconnected from the server due to inactivity. Come on, Angel. I need you to lock in.
All right, man. Hopefully,
Well, I guess while we waiting for the
good, man.
Yeah, I guess while waiting for the scores. I guess me, Sammy, and Nano ain't really been playing, so we don't know what's new. But then what it is new. It's the villain season. They've had some Grand Prix with Syndrome and whatnot. I haven't been doing it.
From what I heard, when the season dropped, you weren't able to access any of the characters. You had to wait specific weeks for them to drop into the game.
Yeah, and I guess this is the time or the week to where you. But they want you to slave away for it. You know, you got to do time trials every day, and you got to get top whatever. And
you gotta do chores.
No, I don't know. Yeah, chores. I don't like.
You gotta do the chores first before you get enjoyment. That's crazy.
I think for me, for games, I like playing games because I genuinely enjoy it and have a good time. And I play when I want to, and I get off when I want to. When a game tries to force you to spend more time than you want to be on to do chores, that's when
that's when you gotta reevaluate your time in the game.
That's when it starts feeling like shit.
When it started feeling like that for me, I think it started with the which one was it? The Nightmare season, when they had the damn same the doctor trials for like 2 months straight, and I'm like, ain't nothing different. I'm literally doing the same thing for 60 days straight. Like, come on, man, switch it up.
Yeah, it's just like a job you're not getting paid for. You gotta work for the bare minimum. That it's just like nah.
And mind you, that wasn't a bad season entirely. Like, the season was nice, and it introduced hybrid tracks. It introduced a cast of great characters, some quality of life changes, some buffs and nerfs that were needed at the time. But like, one of the things I kept complaining about was how much it felt like a chore, because the one event that you did for the doctor was just like, I just did this the last season for part 1, and you got me doing the same event again for part 2 for another 30 days. I didn't even do them at that point. I was like, ain't no point.
But I did try Syndrome out in Regulated, and he seems like he has a cool kit.
He wasn't broken, was he? A lot of the characters.
He's not OP. He's not OP though.
No, I meant like broken as like he wasn't working properly. His kit.
Yeah, I just know, I don't know what happened. They were talking about they were looking into making Dash jump, and now they don't have him jumping, and they don't have
I think Angel's back actually.
Syndrome, he kind of takes off and flies and stuff. He's cool. I don't know.
Oh, you got the scores up?
Yeah, I think he's getting the scores up for us.
We gonna see Hook on Phonics. Somebody else can read today the scores. I know I usually do it, but we're gonna have y'all redo some Read Rainbow, man.
I don't know. It looks like he's still not all the way there.
He's not bad? Thought he was.
Are we having some technical difficulties?
Well, shit, man. Do we want to get another topic out the way until Angel come back? A quick one.
Yeah, so I guess while we wait for the
technically we won't need the scores up. We could just say the scores and then just move on to the topic. That way we don't really waste too much time.
But yeah, what's going on in the Sonic Racing community? You been playing Sonic Racing lately, Sammy?
Yeah, I've been playing every other week because the Legend competition goes on, and then the festival comes on afterwards. For the most part.
So what's going on this weekend, CrossWorlds? Is it the festival or is it?
No, not the festival, but I was thinking because in the roster now you can see 2 new lock characters, so I'm thinking, okay, would it be a bad thing addressing the 2 new characters that are coming to the game?
I think they showed them though. It was we already went over that. It was like a Raleigh. Yeah, we already.
Oh well.
And another Yakuza
character,
the pirate. Yeah, we already did that
from Hawaii. Yeah, I guess so. Shoot. Yeah, but those are the 2 characters really that.
I haven't heard much from Mario Kart lately, man. Have y'all?
No.
I mean, when Mario be out, I don't really hear much from. But then again, I'm not really a Nintendo head, so I guess I more so have to be looking for it. That makes sense.
He picked the team and it ain't Nintendo. This man don't like Mario Kart. He don't like Pokemon. He like everything.
All right, my bad.
Counter.
Yeah, I like Pokemon, but if we talking like in terms of like monster battling, then I
had to make a bottle. I had to make some cereal. Yeah.
Angel put down the cup.
What?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
we can go over the scores, man, for week 1, and then we can wrap up the Speedstorm.
All right, let's go. So first match, DT Wildcats versus Idle Thoughts. DT Wildcats take the W, 228-132. Manja leading the pack, 63 points. Carlo right behind him with 61. Snack Daddy 55. Kelgirl with 49. And then on the Idle Thoughts, yeah, Kelgirl showed out 49 points. Let's go, Kelgirl. And then we have Idle Thoughts 132. We got Simboyet 44, Gohansan 41, Goozy 17, Lionheart 12, Serbian Goblin 10, and Gus Pool 8. So it looks like a lot of people, actually their whole team raced this week, or last week. You know, so you know, big GGs. Wildcats taking a W. Kelgirl, I think this is Kelgirl's first. No, last season was her first thing, right? She played last season, but hey. She's still coming in strong. Kelgirl's still showing her thing. One of the OGs that never played.
Yeah, what I'm seeing this season that I'm noticing is like a lot of people who are kind of like shy or hesitant to get in divisions. It's like this is the season that they're in. We already said McNugget, Kelgirl's been killing it the last 2 seasons. It's good to see a lot of people, you know, in divisions, man.
A lot of different teams. This seems fresh. Like this season of divisions feels as fresh as when a lot of teams broke. Yeah, where a lot of teams broke up and we had like the Goofy Goobas and shit like that. Like that's what this season feels like right now.
Zoom.
So then we had Catastrophe versus Legacy. Catastrophe wins 183-177. This time Art leading the pack with 51, Rafnu 49, Iceman 48, Tabi 35. And then for the BRZ team, we have Mr. Mime 69, Adavar 51, Leon 29, and then Bruno 28. GG's to the Catastrophe. Then we have Project K Setup versus PRZ Paradox. So yeah, our first match was against Wolf's team, crazy enough. We did lose. It was 171-189. So you know we lost by 18 points. You know it wasn't too bad. But here's the point structure. We had Valix with 60. I had 53. Absent had 42. Galvanator has 16. And then for the Paradox side, we had Rugal with 53, Goblin King with 52, Wolf with 48, and Danila with 36.
Okay, Valix, I see you with that 60.
And Valix was cooking. He was on Defenders too. So, you know, it wasn't the normal Tricksters. I was on Tricksters that time. So that was me on the Tricksters. Abby was.
Alex is known to play Trickster. So the fact that he's on Defender and he's outscoring everybody, like, that's a threat right there on your team, Angel.
Man, Alex is a great player. And like I said, you know, we don't have 2 other people, so we would love to find 2 other people, because even Galvanator said like during the end of this, like he'll be too busy and he won't be able to play. So we're gonna need somebody to like fill in that gap, like pronto.
Caleb, that you? It's too late for Manji, because Manji's on another team now.
And Manji ain't joining no team. You actually believe Wolf?
Yes. In Wolf we trust.
Wow. Looks like you got Mr. Samuel
Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy's gullible, bro. It's crazy.
I just trust the people I know. Okay, is that so bad? I can't trust people I know.
Yeah, Reed started.
That's an indictment on you.
His ears, and it's over for him, bro.
We got
what?
next up.
You know what? I don't trust Reach as much as I used to, because after what she said about BRZ and how we gonna take them, I was like, yeah, let's get it. And then we lost. I was like, Reach, I can't trust.
This man got trust issues.
Yeah, damn near everybody lost to Brazil.
Laybourne versus New Wave. Laybourne wins 197 to 163. We had Alphin with 63, Ferrari with 49, Maisie with 43, and Suns with 42. And for the New Waves, we have VRZ Bronco 53, Ryoni 44, Lucas 37, and Kelvis with 29. And that is your points for Laybourne and New Wave. GG's to the Laybourne, looking like a very strong team. Very strong team. Then we have the Celestial Warriors versus the Apex Goats. A very close game. It was literally 184 to 176. Celestial Warriors hoodie MVP. 60 points leading the team. Toxic with 50, Falcon with 46, and Cedric with 28. And then for the Apex Goat, you had Tayeb with 61. Dino.
Brawlers?
Oh, fuck, I don't remember. I think
he's pretty low for Cedric.
More than likely.
Yeah, he was playing Speedsters.
Damn.
You know.
But they if you look at their bands, their Speedsters got hit too.
So I'm guessing Tom 4K is on Speedster as well then.
Maybe,
that would
yeah.
make the most sense.
I guess that does make sense, because we all know once the Speedsters get banned,
the Speedsters get axed, it's hard.
Yeah.
That's like when Brawlers get bans too. It's like, damn.
You got Taya with 61, Dino with 55, Nell with 38, and Tom with 22. But it's still a pretty close match. I mean, you know, the Dons splitting up, you know, and you've seen how much damage they do with each other. You never know who's gonna win. Like, this could have gone either way.
Yeah.
It was a civil war indeed.
Yo, the hoodie edition is crazy though. We haven't seen hoodie in a while. It's crazy.
And he put out a 60 piece too.
Hey, yeah, they got the MVP. It's crazy, man.
They're really good.
And then we got the Dream Team versus the Soft Resets. Last race of the
damn.
Yeah, the Toxic Play Brawlers. Yeah.
Toxic
50 piece on Brawlers.
Yeah, you know, something Departed wanted to do. Who said that? Oh shit! Damn, let me stop.
Oh shit!
Damn.
That's great.
So yeah.
Add that man to your team.
Oh, we got the Dream Team versus the Soft Resets. DT beating the Soft Resets 187-173. Sunny leading the pack 65. Danny Boy with 44. Travi with 37. DT Villain with 22. And Romy Rome with 19 points. And then we got the Soft Resets with Foster Denu with 52. Monstro 51. Elsa's Husband 38. And the Three-Headed Monkey with 32. And there is your scoring for the Dream Team versus Soft Resets. This was a pretty close game too, by the way. You know, and you know, it's good to see new people, man. Romy Rome, this is Romy Rome's first like divisions. Another Speedstorm content creator. You know, Cookie Queen is another she don't stream, but she's a part of the community. She's always in the VCs and whatnot. She's gonna be playing. You know, Travi, another one, you know, not a streamer, but somebody that, you know, we know very well at be on the streams. So it's nice to see new faces in divisions and actually doing well as well.
Hey Wolf, I'm not surprised you was playing Brawler. You started out as a Brawler during the World Cup. That's what I knew you from. So
that's true.
Yeah, seeing Wolf on a Brawler, I was like, oh, he's going back to the roots, man. I remember the days with the Hercules.
If you had to ask me who was the best Brawler in the game, like, for me, it's a toss-up between Ferrari and Wolf. Like, that's how I always felt in terms of the Brawler class.
Yeah.
I would say.
I don't know about none of that.
I feel like you could put Hazekino up there.
Yeah, a big proponent. Oh, all right. You know what?
Caleb, you know
yeah, hey Wolf, for signing Caleb up to the team. He just said he's a good brawler. You know, he can do his thing. He's gonna show y'all out on brawlers. Damn, that's crazy.
Caleb, you kind of set yourself up.
That's crazy. Yo, Toxa said he wants to face you 1v1, Caleb. What said that?
Again?
Oh, is this a prediction of the future? Toxic
Why
and
they
Wolf been on the same team?
Why are they trying to get me when I'm rusty?
Oh, Caleb sucks play
brawler.
brawler.
Oh man.
He said,
Yeah, Caleb, it looks like you have to come out of retirement for this. They calling you out, bro.
Damn. Is Wolf trying to play 1v1 on Caleb with brawlers? That's crazy.
hey, I'm gonna have to pop
Caleb,
out and show
it's
niggas.
not like you gonna have to join
Hey man, shout out
Angels team. I dare you to come back and face me. Is
That's crazy.
Caleb, he trying to give you the belt.
They poking the bear. They poking the bear, man.
Y'all know Caleb competitive, man. Why you trying to bring him out like that?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Caleb. If it was me, I couldn't let this stand.
And then Sammy over there instigating too.
Man, Caleb got some decisions to make, man.
Yo, Sammy, that one friend in the back that be hyping everything up, like everything be all low key and shit. Be like, ooh, you heard what he said though? Not gonna let that happen, right? That's Sammy in the background, like edging that shit on, making you more matter than what you should be because
Hey, someone gotta put the battery in the back.
he put the rocket on Caleb's back. Is crazy.
Caleb's got this, man. Anytime he had to step up, yo, he steps up and shows out. So I know Caleb got it. You gotta join the Angels team this season to get it done. I believe in y'all.
Man, you say Caleb say he's gonna come back and then leave with the crown is crazy.
That would be nice. I have to clear up some space on my hard drive. Once I
Caleb about to clear up some space. He getting ready.
That's crazy. That's how you know this man has been playing other games that you got to clear up space just to re-download.
Yeah, I ain't even got to download on my PlayStation right now. I got on my Switch, and I don't even play on the Switch because I've been on Pokemon Champions. So
I have to get back on that too, man.
Oh yeah, dude, I gotta get on my psychic team, bro. I climbed pretty high. I think it like to like 1790.
Hey, I heard they're shifting the meta on the new season come June.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be dope.
They might add some more megas and stuff like that. I heard the Swampert might be a rumor one, and that's gonna be detrimental for rain teams.
Dude, rain teams are OP as hell, bro. And Basket Legion, I'm scared. I've never been scared of a Pokemon in my life, but Basket Legion, that Pokemon scares me, bro. Every time I see it on the field, I'm just like, oh damn, man. I'm about to be Basket Legion. But yeah,
that is everything for Speedstorm, man. There ain't nothing really new in Speedstorm. So other than
Divisions is popping.
Stop. Divisions is popping. Everything else is not popping. That is literally Speedstorm in a nutshell.
So just real quick, so let's go over what is, from you guys' perspective. Like, I know you said it's awesome, but like, 6 stars, man. How's
it changes the game. It changes the look. When this is another thing too, like anybody going into divisions or coming back from divisions or going to divisions, I'm gonna tell you something from somebody that's been playing level 55 stars for the last 2 years of competitive. 6-star changes a lot of stuff. Lightweight's getting almost a 1000 top speed stat bonus for being 6 stars. Lightweights are hanging with the heavyweights. Absent was fucking cooking us with a Steamboat Mickey on a Jungle Ruins map.
Wild. What is how about the heavyweights? How they feel? Better handling or
I feel like they feel a little bit more sluggish.
Dang. Because the lack of, I guess, acceleration and handling really shows at 6 stars.
Yeah.
When you have a character that has max handling, max acceleration, all of that, max boost, and then they finally have the speed with it. Oh yeah, it might. I like my lightweights too. You know, is this Tiadama season, man?
Lightweights are cooking, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, I actually feel great playing as a lightweight now on any given map because they can. Like, if you choose the right lightweight, you can still win, man. I mean, Gogo's Fryer Dash is now cooking. Like, we seen Mike Wazowski's in Divisions again, bro, because of this.
That's good. I think that was one thing holding Divisions back, is that fact that there were some characters that just weren't very viable because they were just so slow, and it's almost like you just had to pick them when there was nothing else. But now that you can actually like pick those characters because you can actually do work, and with so the lightweights now, I think that's dope, man. I think that's dope.
Yeah, so I mean, lightweights is definitely saving the competitive scene. It's definitely fresh, this feel, you know, knowing that you can pick a lightweight. You know, like last season, this whole season right here, like this last week of matches, there was a lot of lightweights being used because of these changes. I mean, granted, there were a lot of lightweight maps, but like, you know, remember when like a map like Arby's, you would still use San Flynn, you know, even though it's, you know, kind of like a lightweight map, but you know, he will cook more. Now lightweights will cook. And those type of maps, you know what I'm saying, and other ones too. So I mean, it's exciting to see how the lightweights change the meta for 6 stars. I haven't really played the ranked or all like that, so like, you know, I don't know what that looks like, but at least for private lobbies, yeah, lightweights feel a lot more fun to play as now. And not like a fuck, I gotta play a lightweight because I'll use up all my top speed characters. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that no more.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we like to see, man.
Soon we'll start seeing some lightweight bans.
I might come back and play because the lightweights are lit, man. Angel, you the extra persons.
Yo, Nano, don't be fucking trolling me like that. Don't be fucking trolling me like that, my guy. I know you was waiting for that shit. I know, that's crazy. You said that shit to me in a message, and then he gives me a voice memo. Psych. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. That's like
if they don't do it, I'll do it.
That's crazy.
Hey, there you go, man. You got
the biggest Speedstorm hater, really? Come on now.
Right.
Hey, you definitely, you've been a Speedstorm op for the longest though, Sammy. That's
not, bro, because I want to see the game do good.
You was the first op, put it that way.
Yeah.
Definitely not. I wanted to see the game do good, so I had to talk about the bad. No one wanted to talk about the bad but me, and that's fine. I'll be the bad guy. But as long as there was results being driven by my bad mouth in the game. But instead, Game Loft doubled down. It was like, oh, we're doing bad? Let's do worse. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that was fun, man. Yeah, you gave him all the ideas.
What ideas? What?
I feel like everything you like thought of that said all the bad. Like, oh, what if they do this? Because we know they're gonna do this because it's Game Love. I feel like they did almost everything that you said. Low key.
I low key.
He was looking at asphalt.
I was looking at asphalt, and then they're like, "Shit, he's right. We got asphalt. Let's do that with with Speedstorm." And I'm like, "No way, they doing this shit." The only thing they didn't do though is limit us to how many times we can drive in the game. Because in that game, you need gas. The minute you run out of gas, you gotta wait like an hour or something for it to reset.
Like it's some type of, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But,
so
that would kill the game 100%.
Hopefully they don't do that shit, because lately they've been on some BS. $100 for one character on an upgrade is crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Cars pack for $50 I thought was crazy, but like an upgrade for one character $100, bro, what?
It's crazy.
oh,
The mad disrespect.
I know. This man Sammy, he would like to talk about Marathon dying every week, man.
Yo, for real, Sammy. Why do we hate this game so much that you had to bash it every week?
Oh, I don't hate the game, but I gotta cover the game. It's doing bad.
I don't even know. You just hating.
Yo, for real, like you just slide a topic on marathons and pick it up every week.
Hey, Stabby gotta have a game he hating on all the time.
Yeah.
He said Speedstorm done, now it's marathon.
Okay, what?
But if that was the case, if that was the case, I would have hated on High Guard. Everybody was hating on High Guard. I was just curious about the game.
This man said, bro, you was still hating on Speedstorm at the time because we was playing it.
Nah, I was hating on the game because I was like, bro, this game could be so much better. But GameLoft so far up their ass, they don't want to care to listen to reason. Like the fact that you had
me and Caleb was still playing though.
Yeah, because at that point, y'all need to stop playing the game, man. That's part of the problem. Too many people playing this game. They're like, we doing all this shit and people still playing our game? All right, let's
do some negative marathon news. That man was grinning from hating it.
Nah, honestly, Nato, I promise you, it's not good because I don't want to see anything happen to Bungie, man. Like, I grew up with Bungie in the classic Halo days, so like they're kind of near and dear to me. The same way Angel feels about Bungie when it comes to Destiny, that's how I feel. Because like growing up, playing on the Xbox, like Bungie made the games I played, so like I hold them near and dear. So the last thing I want is something to happen to Bungie. So that's why I keep covering Marathon, because I'm like, yo, is this gonna be it? Is this like the last time we see Bungie make something? Is Sony gonna be like, yo, we're losing too much money? Even if you guys can make a Destiny 3, is it worth it? So that's why I'm just like, I gotta cover these guys because any news at this point is something for me.
I feel you, man. I feel you. But now we continue.
But yeah, is that what we want to get into first after Speedstorm? What's the first shot?
I guess we can.
I know one thing.
Marathon.
Invincible's been finally finished that, man. That was a great season, man.
It was. I just finished it yesterday, last night.
Drag on Demon Time, man.
Hey, fun fact. Wait, was covering Invincible one of our topics?
Yes, it did.
No, I don't think so. I think I just brought that up.
No, it did.
Oh, it's that.
So listen. So, all right. So, fun fact. I put my mom on Invincible about
a week
ago. And she's already finished the show, bro.
Oh, she was hooked. She liked
grinding.
He was, bro. She
was
was so hooked. She was even telling people at her job about the show, bro. She was calling me on the phone while she was at work, asking me what the show was called because she wanted to tell some of her colleagues.
Hey, that's dope.
I'm telling you, this season had people in the chokehold, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was legendary.
The memes are funny.
The animation, like, you know, the story was great. I keep telling people every time I talk to them about Invincible, like, the animation could be better, but I'm here for the story at this point. The story's good.
It could be better. It could be.
I'm not gonna lie, it was bad when it was in, you know, the Underrealm and they was falling for like 5 minutes and, you know, it was the same animation for that 5 minutes. I was like, come on, man.
I didn't even notice that.
That's true. You know what's so funny? Whenever it comes to Invincible, I don't even like really notice the animations being.
Oh, you know why I noticed it? It's because I used to watch like a lot of Justice League or Justice League Unlimited, Batman. So when I first watched Invincible, like the first 2 seasons, the animation felt like that. And obviously the characters I was telling you early on when I started watching it seemed like very similar. And then all of a sudden I noticed the animation took a hit. So I was like, wait, what? Like, why is the projectiles coming out like that? That doesn't look right. Or why is their mouse a bit too slow after they're talking? You know, like certain things I picked up on early, and then I started to notice everything. It was weird.
I will say they apparently they said the next season for 2027 and it's already voice acted. I know a lot of people are upset to hear that.
But hold on, I think I know the reason as to why the animation has actually taken a hit. One of the 2 reasons is because of the time frame that they've been doing the season. So like the first season they did it in like 4 years, I believe, or something like that. The second season was like 2.5, and then the third season and going on forward was like within a year span. And because of that, you know, animation takes time, obviously. But
honestly, don't even think the animation was that bad, to be honest.
I don't
it's
even.
internet. It's just finding something to complain about, and then everybody runs with it because
it's doable. But I do think it could be better. I think another part of the reason why the animation is a bit lacking is because they're paying their voice actors, which are actually actors doing voice line work. They're paying these guys like. So I think the budget's like for the Invincible series is like 17 million.
I mean, to be honest, it's Amazon. They have billions. I mean, they can pay the voice actors and have a good animation budget, to be honest.
So why don't
how much money is bringing it in?
That's my thing. So I'm like,
like I said, it's more so art style with shading, because a lot of people were like doing comparisons of like
that's what I think. Caleb, I never, when I saw the art style and the animation, I never really chalked it up to bad animation. I chalked it up to them kind of like using the old school style.
Exactly.
I would have agreed with y'all, but then remember, I was binge watching the show. Remember, there came about to be an episode talking about how animation is not always so easy, and they had to do some cuts to get away with things. Remember that episode?
What they did, they showed it. They showed something that
how you can use certain things
animate the shortcuts.
Yeah,
I mean, but a lot of cartoons do it. Anime takes so many shortcuts all the time. People just like, oh, this is the greatest anime ever, and you watch like, they have one fight scene that's animated well, but then the majority of the show is like just a bunch of cuts, smoke and mirrors and stuff. So it's just funny seeing everybody like get on Invincible, and it's like y'all favorite shows, have some of the like worst, animation cheap shortcuts. Dragon Ball's not immune to it. Freaking, Naruto, One Piece, like I feel like every show has their highs and lows. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I think it's just people just being overly critical or just finding something negative or trying to compare it to One Punch Man. Like I said, after watching One Punch Man, that's bad animation. One Punch Man season 3.
What we're not going to do is be disingenuous and say it's One Punch Man.
No, I'm not. I'm being very genuous.
One Punch Man is a slideshow, bro. We're not doing it.
I'm not being disingenuous at all. Like, that's what people are trying to act like Invincible is when it's not.
Guys, it's not a slideshow, but you can tell.
It could be better. The animation could be better.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be fair. It could be better. But it's not to the point. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I never like watched it and was like, man, I don't know about this animation. Like, it was still good enough to where it didn't. Like, if it stayed the same for me, I wouldn't care.
My biggest issue with Invincible this season, what was it, season 4? I wasn't a fan of the whole Eve thing.
That
was like a big thing.
I messaged Nano about that after I watched that episode.
That was trash.
Nano tried to tell me
they could have took that out or adjusted it. Nah, I didn't know, because the boys, right? They have some. It's in the comics, I guess, but like for the boys example, there are some things in the comics, but for the TV show they change or adjust.
Same thing with The Walking Dead.
To make it better. Maybe they were like, okay, this was kind of sloppy. Hold
on. Caleb, what are you talking about? Because I know what Sammy's talking about.
No, he's talking about the
last
same thing.
Episode, bro.
He just didn't mention it.
Come on, man. That was ass.
He's talking about the same thing. I mean,
bruh,
we don't want to really get into all that, you know what I mean?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Skip like
them. Them having Adam Eve. Abort Mark's baby just because he was
gone for
out in outer space fighting conquest to save Earth, and she has an abortion, bro. That's ass, bro. That's actually ass.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you the same thing. So I don't have a problem with the scene. Now I'm gonna tell you exactly.
Yeah,
the same thing I told Sammy. The reason why I didn't have a problem with the scene is because I think her reasoning, while you might not agree with it, I still feel like it was sound, because it said Mark was gone for like months, and they didn't know when they were coming back. For all she know, Mark could have been dead. Like,
yeah, but
no,
really,
she had Debbie, and then two.
Hold on.
She never did.
Let me cook. Because remember, before Mark left. Hold on, remember, before Mark left, spoilers, guys, spoilers. Before he left, he was like, "I'll be back. You trust me?" Remember that shit? And she was like, "Yeah, I believe in you."
Yeah.
And then
so she aborted just because.
In the next scene, she was kind of like, "Oh," she looked like she was crying, like, "Oh, I don't really believe in you, but I just told you what you needed to hear, so you can go."
You betrayed him.
Yeah, you never believed in your man to come back. So if that was my girl,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. The shit that they be dealing with, it's that nigga might have not come back.
But no, it wasn't he did or not. You want being alone? That could have been his legacy. Let's say he did die. The only thing he would have left behind
was a kid.
Been his
and imagine she found out that he died, and she aborted the kid. Then she gonna feel worse.
Hey, listen.
And two, what she did? No, she failed. You're pregnant. All they do in the, I think him and Amber's whole relationship more wholesome because at least she pushed him. Like obviously she had that dumb moment, but it seems like in the show, their whole relationship is just oh, Mark does a fight, he comes back, and then they have sex. So that's all you're seeing.
With Amber either.
And
a lot of people was hating on her. I liked her.
I like Amber.
She's just some at-home coochie that she's not even a superhero no more, bro. All she does is, she go to her freaking, step parents or adoptive parents' house, and Mark sneaks in. So that's all you see throughout the whole season, and then she gets pregnant, and then she immediately aborts the baby because you were in outer space too long,
and on top of that, and I believe you was gonna come back. Like
she was pregnant with his baby and didn't even tell him she was pregnant at all, not at any point.
I agree with you guys there. I think she definitely should have said something.
You're not. You're pregnant. You lost your powers. Your powers won't work because you're pregnant. You didn't tell him at all. But then when he comes back,
you gonna lie to him first.
What's it called? Risking his life to save you. Oh, by the way, Mark, I had an abortion. Didn't give him any opportunity for a conversation, for a talk, any consideration for him. You couldn't even tell them that you were pregnant. Why are you hiding that?
She even had the chance to tell him before she left, and she didn't.
Right. It would be one thing. Hold on. If she was like, okay, I can like she told him she was pregnant, and then I don't know, he was out of space, she thought he was dead, that'd be one thing. But to not tell him and then do it, and then have him apologizing, oh, I'm sorry, it's my fault, man.
Well, hold on, bro. Well, she told him he didn't have to apologize.
That weakest part of the show, bro.
Here's the thing though, let's not act like he could they could literally have another baby that same year. But
come on, Nano, it's not the same that way.
It ain't about having another baby. Why are you having an abortion? And the way explaining it was off, bro.
I think the way it happened was kind of cold because he was.
And she's a superhero that can create anything, bro. She can create lots of stuff for the baby. You have Dev's mother. Mark's mother literally took in Omni-Man's son that he had with an alien. Even though that wasn't her biological son, she still raised that kid alone after Omni-Man abandoning her, essentially. And, she didn't get rid of Oliver. So it's just when you compare her to other characters in the show.
I think you bringing that up, Caleb, that's actually good because
to be fair, Oliver's case is different because Oliver's he's there already.
Yeah, but I think if she had this baby, Nano, the same way she was about Oliver, I think she would have been about this kid because she would have had something to go through, with all this stuff that she was dealing with. She would have had that kid at least as something that she could do for herself. She was kind of using Oliver, but then she at the same time realized that Oliver is gonna be 16 in 2 months. There's nothing I can do to keep this kid at home. There's nothing I can do to preoccupy my time. And then Paul came along, right?
It's crazy. Her doing that adds nothing, no message to the show character. It just almost it kind of ruins Adam Eve for me. What lesson did it do in the show?
What you want them to do?
Yeah, it's bad writing. Here's the thing about comics. Sometimes, even the comic actor said, not the comic actor, but the comic writer said, he changed some things about Tech Jacket because he's all you write comics and then you end up looking at it, and it's like, oh, every single character in here is a white male. So we, when the show came out, decided to, change some things up a little bit. So they're trying to he's trying to fix some of the mistakes with the character design and stuff. It's like. Yeah, but on top of that, there's just some things that are in his comic that are just like did not age well or didn't come off the way maybe like he thought it was. Like as a viewer, you know what I'm saying? That was not needed. Like I don't know, it was just so out of place.
I wouldn't go as far as to say it was not needed, but I think the way that it was handled was just unnecessary. It wasn't the best. Cause like
see, hold on. Like it'd be one thing if she's like, oh, I didn't want to bring a baby into the world. If they're just gonna be slaves to Viltrumites, and they're just gonna get killed.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
That'd be one thing, but she didn't even say that. She just said, oh,
she was like, oh, you want to be alone. I didn't know if you were gonna be here. And I think that's kind of selfish.
I could feel that.
Because I think that's kind of selfish because it almost seemed like he was kind of like villainized about it, and then he cried about it. But also saying like, you had ample time to tell this man before he left to know that he had a baby on the way. Maybe he would have changed his mind and not went. But I'm saying this because you could have at least let the man know so he knows what's at stake. So he could have been more careful when he went and did that 1v1. You know what I'm saying? You could have at least told this man so he could have had a say in the conversation. He had no say. That's his seat too.
And so now, Mark
that's fair.
Gets his.
That's fair.
Yeah, Mark gets his baby aboard as he sees all the other Viltrumites repopulate their race.
It all starts with her having having the courage to say something.
No, she definitely should have had the courage to bring it up. Here's my thing: if I'm in a relationship. And I get it. My girlfriend, this isn't just a random chick. My girlfriend pregnant, and she hides it. She don't say nothing about it, bro.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I'm going on the Disney trip with Sammy and Nano, and we going.
Or you go to the military or something.
Yeah, and then she's by the way, I aborted your baby. Nah, bro.
It's almost like you with a girl, Caleb, and you like. Oh, I'm getting drafted, so I gotta get ready. I gotta prepare. She get pregnant. She don't tell you,
and don't tell me. I go out to war.
You come back like a month and a half later. No, not a month and a half later.
Yeah, I come back from Iran and stuff. She's like, yeah, I was pregnant. I killed the baby. Like, oh my.
Damn, bro. After what you've been through too, after you just got that PTSD.
Yeah, nah, bro.
And you come back and you have to hear that, after doing all that work to protect the ones you love. One of them was gone too.
Yeah, no. It just, I don't know. They even have a spin-off show like Adam Eve, the show. So it's like they really emphasize her as like a main character.
Show, and that was well animated too.
But man, I'm not a fan.
So you don't? Yeah, I don't know.
She lost some points.
Caleb.
She lost some points.
I was a big fan of her too. You can ask my girl about it. Like every time I was watching it, I was like, yeah, Adam Eve, I like her. The minute I saw that, I was like, damn, he did Mark like that.
But
come on,
I'm still.
Why Mark always catching strays like this?
So.
But speaking of more Invincible, so Invincible versus actually officially comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
So there was a trailer for it. They did their little thing, but we can. Anybody got a link?
Yeah, I can pull one up.
But no, it actually looked good. Is anybody going to be getting this? It's kind of like Mortal Kombat, but like Invincible.
I haven't gotten a fighter in a minute. Like the only reason why I have Mortal Kombat is because my girl is a big Mortal Kombat head, so she loves playing Mortal Kombat games. But like the last fighter I got for myself was not Samurai Warriors. It's the other samurai game. I can't remember, but like that's the last fighting game I got for myself. No, the Power Rangers fighting game was the last one I got for my
Power Rangers fighting game.
Yeah, remember that one that came out, Battle for the Grid? I got that one. Oh damn, yeah, but I got that one. I don't know. I grew up playing fighting games. Those are the first games I played before. I got my hands on the Xbox because I had been playing on my cousin's consoles and they had all the fighters. They had the Mortal Kombat on the 64. I was playing Street Fighter on the 64, so like Street Fighter was my main game. And kind of navigated to Marvel vs. Capcom because it was on the arcade machines I used to play growing up, and I was like on that daily, every day. So for me, going back to fighters, it's gonna take a while. Like it might take me a couple months just to get like the practice and the repetition, because like the systems have changed over time, and with these new installments in the franchises, like I'm hearing a lot change. And with fighting games, like you can't just drop one and pick one up if it's been like over a decade. It's pretty much you starting over.
Yeah, it's definitely some muscle memory.
Yeah, it's one thing if you're playing one fighting game and transitioning to another, but if you're not playing fighters and then you just drop yourself into fighters, it's gonna be.
See, that just shows you all the games are damn near carbon copies with different skins, because of the fact that, you know, a lot of these pros and stuff, pros in one fighting game, they can literally just pick up another one, and it's the same thing.
And still be elite, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
that's a bad thing.
No, it's not bad. You know, it's good that, you know, your skill can transfer over to other things. Kind of like kart racing, right? Like,
yeah,
you know, I would say kart racing no kart racing really you know, changed the formula. Like if you're good at Mario Kart, chances are you're probably good at Sonic Kart or Disney Speedstorm or whatever kart racing game. So it's kind of like that. Or if you're good at Gran Turismo, you're probably good at Forza or whatever. So it's just like, you know, yeah, skill obviously transfers over. But yeah, I think this definitely, I mean, seems like a fun one to get into. You know, I know some of the pros
want to try it at some point. I'll say that.
What character you gonna main?
I don't know the roster. I got to look at the roster. And are they even expanding the roster? I'm not sure if they're adding DLC for characters.
They got Alan Conquest. They got Mark, Omni-Man, Eve, Battle Beast, Bulletproof. Yeah, they got a lot, man.
You know what they need next? They need the boys versus.
The boys versus. Oh, dude. Yeah, let's get the guy with the big elephant trunk. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, let's get.
Oh, yeah.
Have him be a character.
You going left field with that one?
That's actually the next show I'm gonna try to put my mom on too.
Yeah, mom gonna be like, "What the hell is this, man?" No.
Yeah, my dad said, "Y'all was watching The Boys. That show is kind of extreme, ain't it?" I was like, "Yeah, it definitely is."
Oh,
even
man.
for me, sometimes I will say with The Boys, sometimes
watching that, I'm like, ooh.
I have to put my hand up and kind of cover my eyes a little bit sometimes on The Boys. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Even for me, man, I'm not. Some people, I'm not. But yeah, speaking of, so Invincible season 4 is over. They got a game, The Boys. It's on this last season.
Not The Boys, Invincible. Oh yeah, The Boys.
The Boys got 3 more episodes left. So I think the episode just came out today.
I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up.
I gotta catch up too. I didn't start because I was watching Invincible.
I watched the first 2 episodes. That's it. And every time I get to watch it, it's like 2:00 in the morning. So by the time I lay down and start watching it, bro, I pass out. So I had to restart the episode every single time.
But yo, you know what I found out too? They canceled Gen V.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, hold on. They didn't cancel it. It basically like
got rebranded into Agents of Agents of Vault or something. Vault Reloaded. So basically, there's gonna be a new spinoff.
They canceled it though. They're putting out 2 spinoffs.
Gen V. I know the articles and stuff are saying that they canceled it, but it was basically ending with
season 2.
Fucking The Boys, because The Boys is the main thing.
And yeah, and my thing,
it's supposed to intertwine, so there's no reason for them to continue Gen V.
Right, because the end of Gen V, you know, spoiler alert by the way, is like it kind of ended with Homelander getting him and basically rounding him up into an internment camp for people who are anti-Homelander. So, but my thing is they didn't really show what happened to what was her name, Mary, or
yeah.
They didn't really show what happened to her yet. And I'm curious, cause I mean they showed that one of the people from Gen V with the psychic powers, they were like at the camp, you know, killing people with the telekinesis and stuff. So they have shown some Gen V characters, but then I mean, there's 3 episodes left, and you know they still haven't shown some of the other ones. And I'm kind of I kind of want to see them at play. But I guess some people feel like, oh, that'd be bad because, you know, the show's been setting up for Butcher to have his 1v1 against Homelander and kill him just for, you know, the girl to kill him. You know, that would be, you know, some people wouldn't like that. I think it'd be dope. You know, I think it, you know, play in, because I mean they made that show for a reason. It'd be nice to see like the development of those characters and see how they interact with some of the bigger characters.
I
do know that because
they can also
they did 2 spin-offs. They did a prequel with Soldier Boy, and then they're doing the Agents of VOD. So those 2 spin-offs are going to be happening. And then they also said that the characters from Gen V from time to time would be on either show.
So yeah, that might be what they do. They just have it. They basically set up this character to kind of like be a bigger character within some of their other new spin-offs, I guess.
Yeah.
Instead of basically taking the main, I mean I get it. I guess the main characters of the boys. I mean, we kind of, what are we on, season 5 or whatever? We kind of seen their whole journey of trying to take out Homelander. So if they do or don't this season, you know, this will be the, you know, we gonna see. So I guess it's their story. And I know, like, you know, in the some recent episodes, they've kind of been turning against each other a little bit. So it's been interesting. But that would be cool to see. I mean, they got Homelander in Mortal Kombat, so it would be cool to see if they had like a boys fighting game. That would be dope. I'm definitely gonna be A-Train main for sure. Which, speaking of A-Train, oh lord.
Yeah, no spoilers, bro. No spoilers. Shout out A-Train though. I fuck with him.
Yeah.
Shout out A-Train, bro.
But yeah, the main thing with the Invincible, the creator said that, you know, they renewed it for a 5th season, but he was saying the show should technically finish around 7 to 9 seasons.
I'm curious to see where they go with here. I don't know.
Halfway through the comics.
My biggest issue with Invincible, too many people are way too comfortable sharing spoilers. Oh, this happened in the comics. Talking about Thrag before 2 seasons ago, people they were trying to bring up Thrag. I tried my best.
You know how
to try to avoid.
You know how main source material niggas are, man.
Yeah, I hate them. You know, you can't even get on social media no more, bro. Like, I'm like, what the heck? I already know something.
Anime channels and shit.
I already know some stuff about, you know, and regarding Eve and Anissa, bro. I'm just like, I shouldn't know this information.
Hey, man,
I shouldn't know that either. I knew that before I even started binge watching, which was crazy. I was like, man, you're spoiling this shit for me.
I luckily that's not the main plot point, but I'm just like, it's just like something I would enjoy organically.
You want to enjoy organic? Yeah, I feel
you. Yeah.
Well, I mean, while we're here, we're talking about media and TV. I mean, I guess we can firmly say that the Warner Brothers Discovery buyout looks like it's actually going to happen, because the investors and the board had a vote and they're all in favor for it. What they did decline, though, was giving Zaslav a payout, and Zaslav's currently the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery. They said, nah, fuck this guy. He can't get no money. They also at the same time said that, well, not at the same time, but they also said, apart from the buyout, that they're actually happy with this decision. So I don't know what Netflix had going on, but I don't know what Paramount said differently from Netflix, but it seems like they're cool with Paramount at this point. Which was funny, because in the beginning they said, we don't care about Paramount. They don't have enough money to make this happy. Now all of a sudden they happy with Paramount, so weird.
Well, I mean, I guess, we just gonna have to wait and see what kind of work they put up now. I mean, it's basically confirmed at this point, right?
It's confirmed, but, you know, on top of that, James Gunn literally came out and they canceled the Authority movie that was supposed to come out. So the Authority is basically like well, not a parody, but like an off-brand Justice League. That movie got canceled. Lanterns, I don't know what happened, but the trailer got taken down off YouTube. You know, I think it was a backlash with the costume. Everyone was saying it wasn't green enough. I'm not gonna lie, the costume was brown. I don't know what's going on with the TV.
The Green Lantern, and he got a brown costume.
Yes, bro.
I don't know why they do crap like that.
Exactly. So the trailer for the show not even on YouTube no more. I think the backlash killed it. Supergirl, you know, if you've been living under a rock, that's supposed to come out in June, and it's not looking good for that movie either.
Oh no, we Sammy. What were we talking about? The movie that came out,
bro. Everyone's
who's everyone? This we got.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you what's happening, man.
He's telling you everybody's feeling this way. All right, everybody's feeling this way. You know,
I'm telling you what's happening, man.
Caleb, it could just be him and his girl that saw that trailer.
That movie and trailer, it's gonna fail.
Listen. I was excited for Jason Momoa. You know, playing Lobo, he fits the bill. Perfect. The first trailer I saw nothing wrong with it. But the second trailer came out, and all of a sudden, everyone started flip-flopping, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? Something happened? And apparently, you know, the main actress, I think her name is Millie Acock from House of the Dragon. You know, she put her foot in her mouth, and ever since then, people ain't really vibing with this movie now.
Put her foot in her mouth, how?
Let's just say that she said some things were said, and
see, I don't go off of that. What I don't do is look up an actor for a movie and then look up their tweets, and if I find some tweet they did that I don't like, this movie's gonna be trash, I'm not supporting this movie. I don't do that crap. You know, if somebody leans more left or more right, you know, like let's say if they came out with a Quicksilver movie, and then Quicksilver made some tweet leaning one way politically, I'm not gonna, this movie gonna be trash. Great movie. Just the actors have their own personal views. You know, like what did she say?
So it wasn't anything political or anything like that. So the fans saw the second trailer and they was like, this ain't Supergirl enough. You know, she don't look like, I don't know. It seemed like they were nitpicking, but then there were some scenes where, you know, I don't know what it is that they doing to the Kryptonians, but you know, in the first movie, Superman's getting beat up the entire movie. This movie looks like she just gonna be around getting beat up. She's trying to fill the role of Superman, which is weird. And on top of that, you know, they saying like, yo, she playing this character, but why doesn't she feel like Supergirl? Why is she looking like a mockery of Supergirl? In the trailer, they have her looking weak.
It's like, the trailer, you know what I'm saying? Lobo is one of the most strongest.
I get it. That's the same thing I'm feeling.
Superman, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing: people act like Kryptonians are like have infinite power. They don't. You know, they're. I guess we're gonna go into the science fiction realm. They are beings on a planet, and you know they have a biology that they're kind of like solar panels. But even solar panels run out of energy in certain circumstances. So it's just like people acting like, because she's, fighting or she's facing some adversity that's going to be a bad movie. I mean, you look at all of the Superman movies, the animated series, Superman constantly is getting messed up, getting hit, getting, beat up and stuff. So this idea that like, they shouldn't be taking any damage. It kind of doesn't match up with anything we've seen. I mean, he gets beat up by people with magic like Shazam and Black Adam. He gets beat up by other powerhouses. Like if he doesn't have access to the sun, like with Doomsday was fighting him underground at night under the clouds, and he was losing power. So it's just like Superman has lost a lot of fights, and then he has the exploitable weakness. So if this movie has a trailer and Lobo, who's one of the most powerful people in the DC universe, and his crew is like giving her work, like I see no issue with that. I think, I'm not going with the negative press, man. I think it's gonna be a good movie. I think maybe people, if they had like some gripes with the first one, maybe they're like, pushing some of that energy on this new movie. But like I said, it's off of a trailer.
Don't let that be.
It already happened to Sammy. Hold on. He saw them YouTube comments and he said, you know what, y'all right.
Hold on. Let's not do that. Let's not act like I didn't go into the first Superman movie, with a clean slate, and I was like, I'll give it a chance. And I did. I rated it when I came out.
You could have been secretly trying to hate.
No. When I came out the movie, I told y'all my rating when we did the review. It was a 6.5. And I told y'all my girl rated it a 5. And then 2 weeks later, I was like, shit. Maybe I was being too biased. Like, a lot of things started hitting me differently as I was thinking about the movie more and more, until I got to a point where I was like, damn, this movie a 4.
She's definitely a different interpretation of Supergirl. Like, I think for me, when I think of Supergirl, and not from the TV show. See, there's some people that might be thinking of the TV show because there's a Supergirl show. I'm thinking of like Justice League animated series with, you know, Power Girl and Supergirl. You know, the short hair, kind of, you know, curvy, blah blah blah. You know, the Justice League, they like making their female characters look that way. And so when they come out with a live action movie and the cast or the actress doesn't look like the cartoons were portraying the character, then yeah, it might not feel right to some characters. But you just have to understand this is like a different, you know, interpretation. You know, good luck finding. I mean, they could have found an actress that, you know, look more like that, but you know, I feel like they're going with actors that look a little bit seem more, you know, base, or you know, not like supermodels or something like that. You know, some people might, you know, because she's not like a Kim Kardashian looking supermodel of, you know, Supergirl, that, you know, she's not a good casting, or you know, maybe they watch the shows. It kind of be like if you're used to watching the Flash TV show, the CW, and you know, Barry Allen in the Flash CW is your Flash, and when you think of the Flash, that's what you think of. And then when you see, like, I don't know, Ezra Miller or any other actress play the Flash, you're like, oh, this don't feel right, this don't feel like the Flash. You know what I'm saying? So some people just might have some preconceived
I didn't mind
notions.
either of those Flashes. I would say the reason why I felt what they said about the TV Flash should have been the Flash in the movies is because the guy playing the Flash on CW, he was actually doing a good job the first, I want to say, 3 seasons. So I could get behind that sentiment. Obviously, the writing of the show took a hit. Yeah, Grant Gust. Like, the writing took a hit, so obviously he wasn't like performing the same way he was for the first 3 seasons. But I thought Ezra Miller was a good Flash.
I'm just using that as an example. I think with Supergirl, you know, there's the cartoon Supergirl, there's I think the CW Supergirl show, and then now they got like the movie. So when people are like, oh, this doesn't feel like Supergirl, you know, according to what they preconceived notions of what they think the character should be. I think one thing people got to do when they go into like new movies, instead of you trying to like be like, oh, the character has to be this way, maybe have an open mind and like, okay, this is, you know, this version of the character. I mean, even the DC universe has like multiple infinite universes. So I mean, even within the comics, they already open the door to there being multiple different versions of Superman, multiple different versions of, you know, different characters. So, you know, when it comes to the live action movie, I just, you know, maybe it might not be, you know, your version of Supergirl, but it is a version. And I think, you know, instead of just shitting on it, just keep an open mind, like, hey, you know, let's see how they portray it, you know, in this way. So
yeah, we'll see what happens in June. You know, I don't know if I'm watching the Supergirl movie, because after I watched the Superman movie, I was like,
I like the Superman movie.
I'm kind of done with the Kryptonian saga, but I will check out this Lanterns TV show. I'm a big Green Lantern horror fan. Hopefully it's not
the lime green lantern.
You said lime green?
Yeah, the lime green lantern, the light green lantern.
We talking about the brown lantern at this point.
People controversy. You know, I know with the Green Lantern, with the first controversy with that was that he's not dark enough, because, you know, the Green Lantern in the comics and in the animated Justice League was a little bit darker.
He was a dark.
And then they got a light skinned dude playing, you know, him. So.
Well, I got the reasoning behind that, just because they wanted more dark-skinned actors to get like roles where they can be casted into. Right. But I didn't see a problem. I was like, the dude's still black. Like, I mean, I don't really care. He did a good job in the first movie that I saw that pretty much got him the role for this gig. So
I mean, I get it though a little bit. Like, imagine if they had Corbin Blue cast as T'Challa of Black Panther.
Yeah, something,
you know,
like that.
That'd be
yeah. It's like you couldn't get Idris Elba. You couldn't get somebody else. Like,
they said, no, we got to push it to the limit.
But I'll check out this Lantern Corps thing. You know, apart from the costume, You know, that I don't know how you get that wrong, but hopefully that's just without the you know, the ring being charged and, you know, the suits just put away. I'm hoping that's what it is, because if that's not what it is, then I don't know. Even if the show could be good, the costumes off for me. I think everything's gonna be off for me if the costume's not right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all the Warner Brothers talk. But in terms of these games that are coming out, you know, recently there was a trailer for Diablo. You know, for those of you guys that have been playing Diablo since day one, unfortunately I stopped midway just because at the time I was playing Speedstorm. It took a lot of my time. But you know, Diablo got a recent trailer, but also it's because they got a facelift recently with a new update that would change, you know, some of the systems and mechanics of the game, which were well appreciated because a lot of the player base or the fan base was asking for these things since launch, and it looks like, you know, their prayers have been answered, no pun intended. And they put out this trailer, and everybody so far seems to be happy about where this game is going, to the direction and how it's playing out right now. They got 2 new classes.
Yep.
They got the Paladin class. They also got the Warlock class. And a lot of people have been saying good things about these classes, these new additions. So honestly, I think right now Diablo, if Diablo had launched like this, I think Diablo would be in a better place, obviously. But for Diablo to be where it is and having all this happen for it, I'm happy for the game and the team behind Diablo, because, you know, a lot of people wrote Diablo 4 off because of its launch. And I think with this, it's helping the game get new life, a second win. So I did include the trailer for us to play on the podcast, Angel. So Nano, I know you played Diablo briefly when it first came out. Would this make you go back to it?
It's not concrete, but I will say I'm happy everything is looking better. It's definitely got me willing to go back and play it again, because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost interest in Diablo after I finished everything I need to do the first season. So,
That's
but
fair.
hearing all this, you know, I wouldn't be against going back and playing, because I always wanted to make a rogue class. So.
Okay.
Quick thing, now that my mind's on gaming and whatnot, man, how's y'all progress in Crimson Desert?
Mine?
Oh, I still didn't start.
Bro, my progress got halted because I got sick. Those 2 weeks, I literally couldn't do anything. I wasn't feeling good enough. Like, and I always tell myself, because Crimson Desert's so big, pause, I like to give myself time to play it.
Pause.
If I'm coming back from work and I gotta sleep soon and I can only play the game for like an hour or 2, I don't play the game just because I know I'll play longer than 2 hours. I'm gonna want to play 4 or 5 hours. So that was my condition for not playing the game. Sometimes I'm like, if I can't play more than 3 hours, I'm not touching the game. So I didn't touch
Some
the game.
people
I just play Arc Raiders. But now that I'm feeling good and I'm not sick and I don't feel like I have to be in bed all the time anymore, like, I'm gonna go back to streaming that. And like I said, I'm not looking to play the game for 3 hours. So if you're watching me stream Crimson Desert, just know I'm gonna be streaming 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, because the game is that expansive. I can't do everything I want to do in 1 to 2 hours. I'm sorry. I gotta be
some people
there for 4 to 6 hours.
are saying like this is like their GTA 6.
It is. And from what was confirmed so far, it seems like they're really gonna pull off this multiplayer edition to the game. I don't know if it's gonna be a spin-off and that's how we're gonna play multiplayer, or if they're gonna add co-op in some capacity to this game eventually. But knowing that it's Pearl Abyss and they have an MMORPG named Black Desert, I'm not pressed about them adding multiplayer because they know how to do it.
So what's everybody? Go ahead, Nano.
No, I was just gonna say, if they can implement multiplayer, I'm confident it'll be good. Only because every update they've put into the game so far has been good. So
yeah, Perlibis is a quality team.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy clips. People riding dragons and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man,
This is the new generation Skyrim.
Yeah, I have a friend that loves Skyrim. I'm like, yo, you need this. If Skyrim's your favorite game of all time and you play it multiple times, you need to get on Crimson. So, you know,
Crimson got a lot going on. Like, I've seen some shit. I wish I didn't because I wanted to figure it out myself. But I've been noticing Crimson Desert is so expansive that you want to explore every little thing because there's things you can find that you wouldn't think you'd find. I'll just say that. Like in my playthrough, I found some shit just by climbing mountains. I kid you not. I decided to. I was close by a mountain because I was trying to go to a different location. I was like, "Can I climb this mountain?" And I decided to climb it on stream. And then, lo and behold, I found a piece of an armor set. And when I looked online, apparently, when you get the full set, you look like the Witch King from Lord of the Rings. Dang. So everyone's been calling it the Witch King armor set. So now when I go back, I'm gonna have to get the full set because I ain't gonna be rocking around with just the one piece.
So what's everybody playing right now? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've been playing Arc Raiders. Shoot. You brought it up, and that's the topic. But I've been playing Arc Raiders. The big update finally came out. I've been saying it for months since February, really. That there's a big update coming in the game. It finally fucking dropped, bro. And boy, I've been loving it. Like the new map, Ribbon Tides, Chef's Kiss. Oh my God, they really took their time with this. It is amazing. It's huge. And on top of that, the new major arc threat. It's crazy. So there's like these turbines that levitate. Well, not really levitate, but are flying in the air. And so based on the lore, they've been saying for a while now, if you've been playing Arc Raiders, that there's been a lot of turbulence and a lot of tremors going on underground in the tunnels because the future of humanity lives underground at this point. And we finally realized what that was. It was the turbines, the new arc. So there's these turbines that are flying in the sky, and they come within like 10 to 16 minutes left on the match. And they'll crash out of the sky. You'll hear you'll hear them break out of the sky. It's like thunder just went off. And then they'll just come out of the air, and then they'll stop. They won't land sometimes. They'll stop, and then they'll just hover in the air. And then sometimes they'll come, and they'll just drop straight out of the sky into the ground, and the whole land feels an earthquake. Everywhere, it don't matter where you are on the map, you feel the shake. And these guys will sit there on the ground and they'll spin. And once they open up and spin, you can see their weak points. You want to shoot the weak points, which is the yellow canisters. The issue is when you're out in the open and shooting those, you're not safe. The turbines, and this is my theory, the turbines are weather machines. I say this because the minute you take fire or the minute you shoot at these things, they shoot out black smoke, like trails of black smoke, and they try to get to your location. You don't want to be around when the black smoke is by you, because the minute the black smoke reaches your location, lightning strikes you. And it's not just one trail of black smoke, it's like 3 to 4 trails. So if there's 3 to 4 trails, one trail is a lightning strike, and that would do about, it'll shut down your shield, and it would take about half your health. If there's 2, you're dead. Plain and simple. There's no real safe way to go up and try to take it down from close range. There's traps there, and it'll blow you up. That's another thing. But they, with this new update, they added a couple new gadgets. So one of the gadgets is the crash mat grenade. What that is that's a grenade that if you throw it while you're in the air, let's say you're about 15 meters high, you throw that when you're 15 meters high, it'll deploy like a deployable mat where you can land on so you don't take fall damage. That's one of the gadgets. I actually got the blueprint for that my first time loading into the new map. The second gadget everyone's been calling it a jetpack, but it's not a jetpack. It's a decelerator. I guess, yeah, just a decelerator. So what that is like if you're in the air or if you jump out from a tall building, you can use that to safely descend to the ground. So if like I'm on a crane and I jump off and I have the decelerator with me, I could use that to descend safely to the ground. A lot of people have been trying to use it and jump off the top of tower and spaceport and see if they can like survive the fall. No one has survived the fall. So don't waste your time doing it. You're gonna die and people are gonna take your decelerator. And I say this because the decelerator now, the parts to get the decelerator, guess what you gotta kill? A turbine. So right now, a lot of people in the community have been going crazy trying to fight these turbines. A lot of people have been dying, as I've been seeing a lot of clips. And you know, the expedition window has opened. So this is gonna be the 3rd expedition. A lot of people are trying to kill these turbines to see how much damage they can do, because how you get your skill points for this time's expedition is you need to do 100k damage. So right now we have 2 weeks to get this done before the expedition window closes, and everybody's been spending their time on Riventides. You know, Riventides is a coastal map. There's a beach line, there's a shipping yard, there's a hotel. Oh my God, the hotel is crazy. The first time I loaded in the map, I did not go to the hotel. You want to know why? I spawned right outside the hotel. I went to the beach. I was like, I want to see the view. And on my way to the beach, I kid you not, I heard about 10 people die in the hotel because everyone was just shooting off in that. And I'm like, yep, I ain't going to the hotel. I got a quest to do something at the hotel. Not this time. I'll load up in the next round and do something at the hotel, because I'm trying to explore the map the first time I hop on this. I ain't trying to die within 2 seconds of spawning in. Like, crazy. And if you're wondering, guess what? I was right. Player count went back up. It went back up to 150. Right now it's around 110 or something like that. But player count back when the update dropped went up to 150. Where are all the detractors now? Oh,
it's all making sense now. This man, he just an Anthem fan. Not Anthem. What's it called? That's why he be shitting on Marathon so much. He said, "I'm an Arc Raiders boy."
All those guys are real solid when this update dropped.
So they basically was doing what you was doing the Marathon, but to Arc Raiders.
They couldn't do that because there's content in the game. I said that. I told them, be patient. It's coming. And they delivered. Embark, you're a quality studio, bro. I know the finals never really took a hit the way you wanted to for a shooter because it's just saturated in that market. But you found one with the extraction shooters. And as Nano and Angel said, you guys are the Fortnite of the extraction shooters. And at this point, I agree, because if you're going to be bleeding players and you drop down to 90k concurrent and you drop one update and 60,000 players come back to the game, shit, you the GOATs. 60,000 players, bro, that is 6 times, not even, that is 4 times the player base of Marathon right now at its peak.
You know who has like 10 times that count? Pokemon champions.
It probably does. It probably does, but man, I ain't playing that. I'm playing Arc Raiders.
Well, listen, it's good to hear that Arc Raiders doing good, man. We kind of wanted to keep doing good because for it being like the face of the extractions, you know, for all the people trying to copy extraction shooters and make their own, trying to hop on the fucking.
Who you talking about now? You talking about Halo?
No, Disney.
No, Halo. Halo making an extraction shooter, man.
Yeah, man, let's talk about that shit.
They scrapped their battle royale plans, and now they're saying
battle royales ain't popular no more. They're like,
isn't that crazy?
Now they're saying they're making a Halo extraction shooter.
See, bro, but they not making the game with passion. They just trying to hop on.
They're chasing bags.
Yeah, instead of making the best Halo game within Halo and making innovations in Halo, they're just like, let's just make what's popular right now and put a Halo skin, Master Chief skin on it.
And this is why Halo hasn't been good in a while, because these are the practices they're doing. They don't even know what they want to do with Halo. They don't know what they're doing.
some things are popular. What if there's a lot of people don't like extraction shooters? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What if the Halo fans don't like that? But
exactly.
I don't know. I'll keep an open mind. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It could be really fun. I might actually really enjoy it. But to be honest, I did the battle royale trend to the max. I did the Apex Legends to Fortnite. You know, I haven't really played a lot of extraction shooters lately.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I didn't even do the whole battle royale thing, and I got burnt out from playing Fortnite. I stopped playing Fortnite when when the Thanos update came. I didn't even play that. I left just before that event, and I was like, I ain't ever.
Yeah, that was fun. You think of, speaking of Thanos, Marvel Rivals is doing a Thanos like event. They just put out a trailer. Basically, instead of it being Thanos, where everybody in the lobby is fighting Thanos, it's gonna be Loki, and he's like an ice giant, and it's like basically Loki versus the Avengers. And so that mode is actually coming out tomorrow as well. So
really,
yeah. So the same way in Fortnite, where everybody was fighting an overpowered Thanos, you're gonna be fighting an overpowered Loki. That's a giant. So yeah, Marvel Rivals is definitely their PvE, and they're definitely moving. Now they're not moving away from competitive, Overwatch style, team hero shooter, but they're definitely getting more into the PvE and getting to different modes. I think they want to make Marvel Rivals a Marvel game and not just a hero shooter. So this mode definitely looks like they are, trying some new things. It looks fun. They got the Hulk, they got Thor, they did the iconic Hulk thing with Loki. So yeah, I'm glad. Mm-hmm.
But what do y'all really feel about Halo coming out with an extraction shooter? I know Caleb sees.
I think it's bullshit, bro. Like,
I just want more Halo, because I remember they said Halo Infinite was gonna be the last Halo game or something, like, because remember they said because they were expecting we're coming out with Halo Infinite, we're just gonna update the game for the next 20 years, and they weren't coming out with any more Halo games. When I heard that, I was kind of upset. I'm like, what? Just one more? So the fact that there's another Halo game potentially coming, I'm kind of excited for it. Maybe they can fix the mistakes of Infinite and make it better.
The reason why Infinite didn't take off is because they went live service and then they didn't have content. Anytime you have a live service game, you need content. So the game never took off because for months they never had content, and when they finally got content, it was too late. Like it stabilized to like, what, 10,000 players.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say Halo as an extraction makes sense because within the universe, like I feel like extracting something, we gotta extract something from a ship or the Covenant. It makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. A battle royale at first, that didn't make sense to me. But the extraction aspect they're trying to do,
that would have been more like a red versus blue type of thing with a battle royale. I was actually open to. I thought it would have been dope. I think if Halo, the issue is they just didn't come out with it. You have a bunch of Spartans, and you're in Ghost, and the last Spartan standing, who's the real John 116. That would have been hella dope. You got people in freaking Pelicans and all vehicles and needlers. That would have been 100 people on the battle. That would have been fun. Let's not cat. That would have been fun. But the issue is they never delivered. It's one thing to say they were talking about turning Halo into a battle royale. But the fact that they never did it, like, I would have respected it more if they tried it and then let's say it failed or it wasn't good. Then I'm like, all right, at least they tried. But they didn't even come out with it. That's the problem. So, if they're actually going to come out with an extraction shooter for Halo, let's see them actually do it first. I'm tired of talking about it but not doing it. Let's actually do it.
Yeah, but Nano, Angel, your thoughts on it?
Bullshit, fuckery, buffoonery. Just hopping on the fucking wave.
Everybody's hopping on that Arc Raiders wave, man.
Come on, man. We all know whenever games come out, bro. Whenever games hop on the waves, only a select few really
survive.
pop off.
Yeah.
Now, fortunately for the Souls likes and the road likes, it's more than a handful are kind of doing pretty good, but still you got to be careful with that stuff. But when it comes to like the multiplayer games, man, I feel like that's when it's like definitely not worth it, because
you gotta come with something different and it's gotta stick.
Yes, bro. Exactly. The multiplayer, like when you're hopping into, they're already gonna have to compete with Arc Raiders and whatever else extraction shooters hopping on the wave. Like it's like it's like
one.
Yeah, it's like they're gonna saturate the market. Like right now, it just looked like it's like what Arc Raiders, Marathon, Tarkov.
Arc Raiders, Marathon, Tarkov, Hunt Showdown, the Disney one, the Halo one that's gonna come out, the PUBG one that's supposed to come out soon. There's
like
the PlayStation one that's supposed to come out, but that one's in trouble right now. So
here's the thing, Halo,
you gotta pick. Like everybody's not gonna be on all these extraction shooters, man.
Yeah,
I think it's a waste of time.
Here's the thing, I get it, you know, them chasing a trend is cringe, but what Xbox has to do, one, they got new leadership, they have to make use of their IP. So this is maybe like the first step of getting back into actually using their IP and not letting them die, because Halo is one of the biggest IPs in gaming, and it's kind of like they haven't done nothing recently and within like the last decade.
Yeah,
so just one game.
Want them to make an extraction shooter?
If it's good. Here's my thing. I just feel like they, you know, are getting back into making more Halo games, and you know they are, you know, trying out new things with Halo. You know, it could be good, but I'm just glad they're getting back into their IPs. You know, more Gears of War, more Halo, more. You know, what else would you say was a big Xbox IP? Besides Gears of War and Halo, Fable's back. You know, they always come out with their Forza games, so Halo's kind of like, I don't know, the staple of Xbox. So I don't know, like obviously, I'd want like a Halo 7 or some shit. But like, you know, if this is a step to, you know, maybe there's them seeing the interest in Halo and whatnot, maybe it could lead to something bigger in the future. Then, you know, it could be good. But I don't know. My thing is I haven't played any extraction shooters yet, so for me it'd be like, you know, I don't think it's not oversaturated to me yet because I haven't even played it. But I know for people who play a bunch of shooters. In terms of
extraction shooters, there's not that many as of right now. Like there's only a handful.
Yeah, what is it? Arc Raiders.
Like about 5 right now, and then there's like another 5 that's supposed to come out soon. Other 5 that's supposed to come out soon. And some of them are half of those are in development. So,
all I want to see is like a Star Wars Battlefront 3. And so if we never gonna get Star Wars Battlefront 3, if they could turn like a Halo into like Star Wars Battlefront type of game, that'd be dope. Where you taking over ships and planets and shit, that'd be hella dope. But
you know what? I could see them doing a Star Wars extraction shooter. Disney, hear me out. I'm not trying to see Goofy run around with a grenade. But I will play as like a stormtrooper trying to extract some shit. If that's the route you want to go.
Disney, that's the one. You know, they gonna protect their IPs, but they don't care if stormtroopers get murdered. That's like the whole point of them. Bad aim and getting deleted by, you know, Sith Lords like Darth Maul and Darth Vader. So hey. But yeah, I don't know. I get it. Just chasing trends, man. I don't know. We're no longer innovative. Like it's the suits, you know, seeing what makes money. What makes me think is that the reason why there's been so many kart races? Because they're like, yo, kart races make a lot of money and get a lot of sales, so we got to work on to release a bunch of kart racing games. Maybe that's why we get a bunch of kart races.
To my knowledge, I just know, you know, Sonic was genuine. Like Sega wanted to come back with another kart racer after failing with the last one. And I knew about that coming out for a while. From their track record, they usually do a kart racer every couple of years. Sega, that is, like every 4 years or something like that. So when Sonic dropped, or when Sonic was announced, I wasn't really surprised. I was like, well, hell yeah, the last one was trash, but you know, bounce back with this one. With everybody else, I'm not too sure. You know, we haven't seen anything or any news in terms of Xbox and Activision coming out with a new Crash Racing. You know, they could have easily saw the push for kart racers and like, yo, let's make another one.
Yeah.
But maybe they're holding off because the last one they did wasn't as of a hit. You know,
Yeah, I think
initially when it launched, it was, but it kind of fizzled out.
Yeah, shooters are kind of just oversaturated in general. So many shooting games, so it's definitely hard to get a huge community.
It's definitely hard, and I will say, you know, Bungie's finding that out the hard way. I think they saw something. Like I tell this to people all the time. You know, Embark wasn't first to the extraction shooter phase. You know, you had the Divisions, you had Tarkov, you had Hunt Showdown. Those were the three prominent ones that were out there that we knew of at the time. And before I even knew about Arc Raiders, because I found that game out around the same time that the finals was announced, because they were announced around the same time. At this time, Bungie already announced that they were working on Marathon beforehand, so I already knew Marathon was going to be a thing. I didn't know what type of game it was going to be. Arc Raiders came out first, and they beat them to the punch, and the game was a hit. Marathon came out, hasn't been a hit, and it's not doing so well. It's actually struggling to even touch 20K now. It's like at 15K players. And people are saying by June the game could be dead. And me personally, I don't want that, because as I told Nano, you know, for me, Bungie is like, I don't even know how to explain it. You know when like you're a kid and you grow up watching a show, and the show is like, oh yeah, this is our last season, and you're like, damn, last season? I've been watching you since I was like 10. I'm like 25 now. What do you mean last season? It's like that. The last thing I want to see is like for Bungie to like pretty much be shut down because Marathon wasn't the hit it's supposed to be, and Sony's like, we just wasted money on a game. We wasted 200+ million on this game, and it didn't meet our standards. Like, we didn't even make our money back. That's what I'm scared of. Because recently, if you haven't been noticing, anyone that hasn't been making their money at Sony has been getting shut down. And I don't think Bungie has plot armor. I really do think Sony, if they want to, will get rid of Bungie.
Well,
they need to stop getting rid of their fucking devs, man.
And I did enjoy Destiny, the first one I played. I didn't play 2 because they lock away content, and I just can't get behind that. I want to play the content. I don't want to feel like I've missed shit. You know, a lot of people actually have gone back to Destiny 1 from Destiny 2 because it's just a better game at this point, because Bungie left Destiny 2 in a state that's just awful right now. That's why the player count looks the way it does. I don't know what Bungie is trying to do right now. It looks like they have no vision or direction, because all their games aren't doing well, apart from Destiny 1. And that game came out a decade ago, literally. Angel, you're the expert Bungie head over here. What's your take?
No, what?
Man, they've been listening for like the last.
I'm really fucking exhausted. So I low-key have been like droozing and snoozing in the middle of it, and I'm trying so hard to keep up, but I'm so exhausted, man. I am so exhausted.
We're talking about Bungie overall as a whole, like their future.
I don't even know their future at this point.
I think I will say, you know, we spent 2 hours talking about extraction shooters, but you know, you did make a thumbnail, and you know, one of the big topics is, you know, there was a big change with PlayStation. I guess we could talk about that. What's actually going on with that? You know, I've heard something about if you don't play the game for like 30 days, you lose your license to a game.
Fuckery.
You know, what's going on
man,
with that?
You tell me what's going on with that. I don't own a PlayStation.
I don't know nothing about that, but I'm here to change. That's crazy, because if I take a break, man, don't let us know.
Pretty much. And I remember when Sammy sent this in the chat, I think I was at work and I saw this and I was like, man, I gotta see what's up with this, man, because I hope they not trying to do this shit that they was rumored to be doing when the Xbox One, the PS4 was gonna come out. Caleb, you remember way back when the Xbox One and the PS4 was gonna come out, and then the Xbox, they showed theirs first, and they was like, oh, it's gonna have DRM, and you always got to be online, and it's gonna be, you know,
I remember
it's
that.
gonna be keeping track of everything and stuff, and people was like, what the fuck?
And everybody got the PS4 after that. And that, you want to talk about how to lose a console war? Because if we're talking about the console war, at least for PlayStation and Xbox, Xbox 360 beat PS3, but PS4 beat the fuck out of Xbox One. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they definitely don't want to do what Xbox One was doing. If you know, that was one of the things why people did.
It looked like that's what they're doing. So PS6 might not even really take off.
Listen, if they want to shoot themselves in the foot,
What do you mean? They are shooting themselves in the foot right now.
No, what was that statement we said? You're not going to own any games.
That doesn't mean that they can't change it if they get enough backlash.
It don't seem like
who said that? Who said that? Where they say you're not going to own any games and you're going to be happy. One of them, the big CEO, said that. And it's kind of like they're trying to make that a thing to where we don't actually own games and you just rent them and you just, you know, get the license to play it or whatever. And it seems like for you to pay 70, 80, because you know they're raising game prices, $80 for like a next gen game, and then
try to
basically
make it at its lowest, bro.
Where you're always on a subscription service, even if you buy the game, you don't have it. If you don't play it for a month and you lose your license, you could potentially spend $80 and still lose your license to play a game that you paid full price for. That's ass.
So
that is.
So the games that were bought before this update, they're fine. Nothing will happen to them. It's the games that are bought after this update that are gonna be affected by this shit.
See, Nano, you playing Crimson Desert, man? I ain't started yet. All right, you bought Crimson Desert. You don't start for 2 months. Your game is gone. You gotta repurchase.
No. Nano should be good because he bought it before this update.
I'm just saying, you're using that as an example. Like, let's say it thing. All right, well, you bought Crimson Desert. Well, you ain't started it in the month. Hey, you lost your license to play the game.
Well, you have to be
online.
Yeah, you have to be online. Like, if you're not like online, then
you go away on vacation for a month. Say goodbye. All your game library is gone. All the new games that you just bought after the update, you didn't go online for a month. They're all gone.
And I can you if they go through with this, bro. Imagine how many people, like the casual gamers, aren't gonna know that this is a thing.
Well, no one's really covering it like that. No, IGN didn't really talk about it. That's how you know they're getting paid by Sony. But IGN didn't talk about it. Sony didn't even bring it up.
No,
people have to find. People actually had to find this out from other content creators. Like, that's the crazy part.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of content creators talk about this.
You know why Sony ain't bringing this shit up? Because they're gonna look stupid. Everyone knows, because they clowned Xbox when they were launching the Xbox One, and then they came behind their back and did this shit. Because remember, Sony was gonna do this shit at first too, but had Xbox not announced their console first and seen the backlash, they would have dealt with this shit at first, and PS4 would have took the hit that generation.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why we need Xbox to get up and, you know, kind of
do wonder. So Sony won't feel like they can get away with anything. I mean, you look at what they do with the movies. They keeping freaking Spider-Man hostage and stuff. Like, they're nothing they do is for, you know, the consumer. It's for their pocketbook, and you know they will take your IP, they'll take your license, they'll do all of that just so, you know, they can be the ones on top or in control. But no, that's terrible, bro. You gotta be on.
Hey, all I know is y'all that buy GTA better be online 24/7. You miss a month of playing GTA, that game's gone.
So all of that, you know, games are gonna be coming out multi-platforms and all. Nope. PlayStation 6, it ain't gonna be what people think it is. I'm telling you, man. It's because, I mean, if we're talking about graphics, the PS5 Pro, you know, is pretty much maximizing the graphics for consoles.
And
but like,
you know what's
the
crazy too?
PS6 is just so they can introduce AI. They can introduce a system that can take away your license for games if you're not online for 30 days. You know, it's a hot mess.
You know what's crazy too? this is coming with the age verification thing that will take away your features.
So what, they don't want 16-year-olds buying M-rated games and they find out you're 16 and not 18, even though you paid for the game, they're going to take it away from you?
Yes. But also, another thing is the fact that you can't even buy their games on PC no more, right? Because they're going to take them off PC or stop releasing them on PC. They can't do this on PC. So the fact that you can no longer buy their PlayStation games on PC, I think is hilarious.
This is all subscription. I mean, what happens when you stop paying for the subscription? You lose service. This is basically, they want to, instead of you buying a game, like Nano said, for game preservation, they want the future of gaming to just be you're paying a subscription to play a game and you don't own any game. So that means what GTA 6 comes out, you don't actually own the game. You bought the $70 subscription to play Grand Theft Auto 6. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're headed. That's the direction. That's why we're doing that.
I'm glad that I have an Xbox and I don't gotta deal with this. I'm glad everyone beat the hell out of Xbox when they thought they could get away with this with the Xbox One, because Xbox knows better. They're not gonna pull this crap. Because in terms of game preservations, they're the ones doing backwards compatibility. Ain't no one really doing it like that.
We think that people are gonna boycott against Sony against this, but I mean, look at Speedstorm. You know, people are spending $50 to unlock, you know, a character on Speedstorm. You think the average game Sony pony isn't just gonna fall in line with whatever Sony wants them to freaking do? You know, they'll make excuses. Hey, well, Sony, they gotta make their money, so why? That means I have the license and I can lose it. Hey, you know, if as long as it helps Sony, you know, there's some people who are very spineless. But nah, this is definitely a bad direction for gaming. And you know, if Sony does it, guess what? Nintendo might end up following suit. Because Nintendo, you know, they're late on everything, but they tend to follow the trends. You know, is Sony gonna raise their price? Nintendo gonna raise their price. Sony gonna have license expire? I would be surprised. And then Nintendo did that. I mean, they already re-released, you know, games, you know, at full price, you know, from the Wii U and Switch to the Switch 2, you know, full price for everything. I don't know, man. That's crazy. What do you if you don't play for 30 days, you lose your license?
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's literally no benefit for the consumer. It's just straight.
At this point, there's no point in even getting a PS5. There's no point in having or thinking about getting a PS6.
PS6,
yeah.
Hey, I said I'm switching to PC, bro.
I'm glad the new Xbox is gonna be a PC hybrid because I already have a PC library, so I can flip back and forth. And like I said to Nano, I don't know if I'm gonna get another Xbox after the Project Helix. Because at that point, I might just make the full switch to PC, like, because the hybrid is probably going to be like me getting my feet wet into the PC market again.
Yep.
Before I make the full swing. Because at least I'll have control over my full library. Because I got over 1,000 games on Xbox. And I know that they're doing backwards compatibility. You can play them on PC for the most part. So they can't pull this shit over at Microsoft. One, because they do this again, the brand will probably just die, because the first time wasn't a good thing, and where they're at right now, they pulling this again, Xbox wouldn't survive. So the only ones I see doing this BS is Sony and Nintendo. Nintendo might not do this right now, but who's to say like next year a big game comes out and they're like, oh, you only got a license to the game, and if you're not online in 30 days, or you're not subscribed to Switch Online, you lose a license.
Yeah, it might not be. Maybe if you re-log online, you know, you get your license back. I don't know, but the way my skeptical mind is working for this, at least, is I'm thinking it's just like once you lose your license, you have to repay in order to get your license, and then people make excuses. Hey, as long as you get online every 30 days, you're fine. But you know, life happens. You know,
this is literally like an always online video game, but now you got an always online console. Like some people what if you're stationed? What if you're stationed out? What if you're in the army and you stationed out for like 9 months?
Yeah, they want you on their game and their system and their economy every day, day, because the longer you're on the game, the more likely you are to spend money.
Better not have paid for that game in the last month.
That's what I heard is the reason behind all of this, the 14-day refund policy thing. So a lot of people were exploiting it, and this is what Sony came up with to combat that.
Really?
Yep.
Bro, hold on. What's wrong with the refund policy?
So people were taking advantage of that. You could
so playing the game, beating it in 2 weeks, offline, and then getting the refund.
Yeah, buy the game, go offline with it, beat the game, and then refund it.
Then all you got to do is change your fucking policy.
Yeah, I don't know,
bro. Steam has a policy where you
like 2 hours, 5 hours
for like 2
hours. Same thing with Microsoft. I think it's like you play like an hour or 2.
Bro, just
you can't refund it
like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like if they're doing that specifically for that, that is fucking stupid, bro.
I don't know, man. Sony right now, I don't know what the fuck they doing. They're doing this age verification shit. Now they're doing the DRM shit. Like, obviously the decisions they're making aren't good. I don't know why they're coming up with these.
The age verification just so they can get your ID and your info. More ways to identify people.
Well, yes, but also depending on your age, you lose out on features. You might not be able to party chat no more or message.
They don't really care about protecting the youth. It's more about, getting your ID.
I mean, that's what Discord's for. So
more government, and it's just like the Pokemon Go thing. How like that, all of that whole thing, which is so that the company could get your visual, data of GPS locations and stuff. Everybody had their phones out. Oh, look, it's Raichu. And then they had their phone camera on, and you had a government base and stuff, and I'm catching Pokemon, and they just getting that information and selling it to who knows what country. So I think the age verification is just a way for them to ID, get more ways to identify people. So I don't know.
Just not looking good situation, bro.
Right now.
It's not, man. We gotta pray for Xbox's come up, man.
Yeah. Hey, well,
I got doing good lately.
They have, man.
Yeah, just remember the
Xbox. Recently they did a partnership with Discord. My speculation is it might be Nitro coming into Game Pass, and you just be getting Nitro free every month, like how you get the Fortnite crew every month. Some people are saying because the next Xbox is going to be a hybrid, they're working with Discord personally on ways where they can kind of like utilize it differently for that sake. I'm not sure what differently they would have to do. I mean, if it's a PC hybrid, you could just literally download Discord from the PC version of the console and use it that way. I don't know if they're going to do a full Discord integration for the console, just because you get like a poor man's version on Discord for the consoles on PS5 and Xbox right now. So I don't know if they're going to give it full integration with this new console. I don't know if that's what the partnership is. What do you guys think?
Are you talking about the Nitro thing?
Yeah, like what do you think this partnership is going to involve? Like Discord Nitro going to Game Pass, or like full Discord integration with the next console?
I mean, the next console should have full Discourse.
I mean, if I was able to get, like, I don't know, pay for PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live and get Discord benefits, that'd be dope. Just have it in one subscription. But I just feel like with the whole subscription, it's just finding more ways to upcharge the price. And then, you get an extra value. So,
and that's why I said I didn't believe in this whole, we'll take Call of Duty out of Game Pass Ultimate.
I'm tired of
Game Pass we'll take Call of Duty out of Game Pass in general, which guess what? Now that I think about it, not all the Game Pass tiers got affected by the price hike. It was only Ultimate, right? It took Call of Duty out of Game Pass, and which tier was affected with the price reduction? Ultimate, right? So what was the point of taking Call of Duty out of the subscription if only Ultimate was the tier that was going to get a price reduction? All the tiers below
Because
Ultimate, there's no Call of Duty now.
Call of Duty, or they don't want people playing their games for $20, like, you know, and then playing it for a month and then end of day subscription. They want people to pay the whole $80. That's why they really took it off.
That's probably why. But
they trying to get more money.
That's probably why. But I was saying, if you're smart, just get rid of the Fortnite crew integration that you did with Game Pass, and you can keep your game Call of Duty day and date, and you don't have a confusion where you don't know which games are day and date no more when you want to pull some bullshit in the future, right? You don't set a precedence early on, now wondering, oh, is this game coming day and day, or do we have to wait a year like Call of Duty, right? But because of this, who's to say with the partnership they add Nitro to Game Pass, the price don't go all the way back up to $30 on Ultimate?
Essentially, they always go
that
up.
would make no sense, because right now they're kind of, Xbox is kind of looking pretty good with the prices going down. So just to revert that and then lose all your good faith that you just earned makes no sense.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, because I mean, what they always do is they lower the prices, get you hooked, and then they eventually re-raise it, or raise the price. That's what Fortnite did. You know, they try to act like, oh, we're fighting against Apple to help you, and then what they do, they raise the price right back. But now they ain't got to pay out Apple. So, you know, they could have lowered Game Pass right now to get the customers back on it, get the customer trust, and then, you know, a year or two later, you know, re-raise it again for, you know, whatever reason. But yeah, I'm just tired of subscriptions. Seems like there's too many subscriptions, you know.
Way too many.
If you really think about a battle pass subscription, you know what I'm saying? Every single season you're paying $9. That's a subscription.
Gaming is becoming like cable TV. Remember how you had to get different cable packages? When you play games, if you play too many multiple live services, that's like getting different cable packages.
Yeah, it went from
that's
TV.
Not even mentioning like Netflix, Crunchyroll, HBO Max, Prime.
Yeah, so you got to pay your video subscription, then you got to pay your gaming subscription, then you got to pay for Xbox, your internet subscription, because you got to, you know, you can't play these games competitively if you don't have Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus, and then you got to pay for the license to have the game now, apparently. You know, it's just subscription off of subscription off of subscription, and it's getting a little too much. And then they wonder why people want to be some straw hat pirates. You know, with the bootleg. Good lord. Then you got a gym membership. That's another subscription. they make it hard as hell to cancel. Yeah, it got so bad. I think they had to pass a law in Florida to where you have to be able to cancel online, because a lot of times, you know, these services, they hide basically. You ever been on, like, you want to cancel a subscription and you're on your phone like, oh no, you have to go to the website if you want to cancel your subscription. It's crazy. You can't even be on the app and unsubscribe. You have to like go jump through hoops and stuff. Yeah, this is where we're headed. You know, a lot of, you know, people think, you know, we think about the future, we think about the Jetsons and stuff, but what if the future is just a bunch of subscriptions, you don't owe nothing, and you're just, you know, sending all your money, you know, to the corporate overlords who are finding ways to monetize everything. You got to have your water fountain subscription. Oh, the water fountain don't turn on unless you got your subscription card. Like, yeah, this is what it's starting to feel like. Everything, man. But I would say, you know, one thing as a customer, we can come together as a community, and if they on some, you know, some fuckery, you know, just, you know, don't support it, don't do something about it, boycott, don't support. But like I said, I might be a PS5 ninja for a long time if the PS6 is on some subscription type shit stuff. I don't know. But like I said, if people,
this affects you on the PS5 as well, Caleb.
Yeah, it does. I don't know. But like I said, GTA 6, maybe this.
Any new game
what if this is the real reason they freaking delaying GTA 6, and so nobody can own the game? And they can only, rent the license. This is the real reason they're delaying it for this change. They're waiting for this change to happen because they released it last year.
That'll be a dumb reason because
because it does come out on Xbox as well. They don't have this.
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't really benefit Rockstar though.
No. Imagine everyone losing the rights to the game. Everyone would be crashing out.
The Soldier Boy console is looking more alluring.
The Soldier console.
Yeah, the Soldier console. What happened to the KFC console, man? I bought into that, man. They were, we got a KFC console and you can play on the console and grill some meat on top.
Put down the cut, man.
You need to put down the cut. I don't know what's going on over in Kansas, man.
Man, that was the whole thing, man. The KFC console, man. You got GTA 4 on it and everything.
I forget all of that.
I don't know about 6, but he's gonna be able to play something. So Disney Speedstorm on it.
But speaking on partnerships, Xbox ain't done. Recently, Matt Booty said that they might go back in their bag with some acquisitions.
Matt Booty
to bolster. Yeah, he's part head of Xbox now.
The Booty family.
So he's they're saying that they might look into some acquisitions to bolster up their house again.
I mean, Microsoft already bought a bunch of studios.
They just bought a bunch of studios. Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
The only acquisitions I would care for it, because like these companies are going downhill and I want to see them get saved. Maybe Ubisoft, depending on what they buy, whether it's Ubisoft or like some IP off of them, because we don't know how long Ubisoft has left at this point. Maybe EA, but the EA got bought by the Saudis, so it don't even make sense. If Paramount don't care about Warner Brothers Gaming, go out there and get Warner Brothers, the Warner Brothers Gaming division, because they got some good studios over there that are just collecting dust, unfortunately.
Actually, now with this news,
I think about it.
I actually think I know what Xbox is planning. I think so. You know how Xbox is going exclusive again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that was actually one of our topics, so this is actually a good mixing point. I think they're gonna because they like you just said, they bought a lot of studios, or they're gonna try to acquire some more like studios. I think they're planning on changing how we're looking at Xbox right now, because right now there really ain't no fucking reason to own an Xbox, if we're being honest, especially like if you have like a PC and everything like that. And they want to, the goal is to get more exclusive games to bolster your console. You need exclusive to make people want to buy your console, to separate it from the competition. That's why Nintendo is always going to be able to sell, because they got shit that nobody else got. And I think with them lowering Game Pass, that this is one of the things they're using to get into people's good faith, especially with the what's her name? Is it Alana?
Asha Sharma?
Yeah, Asha Sharma. Now, people kind of getting a little bit more faith with her, like, maybe she is on our side, or, kind of looking out for the consumer. So right now, I think they're gonna be in full turn the Xbox around, and it's gonna take them a minute, but they're gonna have to get the exclusives again. They're gonna have to get some new IPs going crazy, some shit that look fire to make people want to be like, damn, I might need that Xbox. And they're gonna have to do good by the players, man. So I think that's gonna be the game.
What acquisitions do you think they'll want to make to get that done though?
I got no clue. That's them. They got to decide what they need to get. I don't know what they gonna get.
Because a lot of people are speculating that's why Fable got delayed.
I think it would be, as much as I want to play Fable, I think it should be exclusive. I think that would set a strong precedence to what they got going on for the future. But yeah, that's just my opinion.
Caleb?
What?
What do you think about the acquisition, or them picking up studios or IP? To
Monopoly. I think all of them picking up studios were like, oh, where are the games on the Xbox Series X and S? They didn't pick up these studios for the Series. They picked up the studios for the Helix or whatever the next console is. So I feel like this next Xbox console is gonna have hella games. But
they should. They gotta come out swinging.
But yeah, they have to come out with something. So I like,
especially if Sony's gonna do this DRM shit. Like bro, with this information, they have to go hard with the release of the new Xbox.
Yeah, you gotta make the money
set
back
up the momentum.
From buying, all these billions, you spend all these billions, you gotta make some of that back. So they gotta start, pushing out content.
Yep.
Unless they, if not, then they just wasted billions of dollars to buy these studios. Just so just so Xbox, just so Sony can't have it. And they're like, oh, nah, we gonna buy it before Sony. So,
yep.
But hey, save up your pocketbook, man. There's stuff coming.
Well, speaking of potential exclusive games or just games in general, Sony has a studio by the name of Fairgames making a heist game. I really don't know what this game is really going to be, because when they first announced it, it's supposed to be like a heist payday type game, and then all of a sudden recently we heard that this game is now an extraction shooter. And now we're hearing that this studio's going in trouble because reception for this game is terrible.
Here's the thing.
Is it?
Here's the thing. And instead of getting
why
on,
that is. I wonder why that is.
We're getting on all these companies, following the trends. Here's my thing. Instead of getting mad at the company, get mad at the consumer, because a lot of times the consumer, the reason why the company keeps doing the same thing, because that's all the consumer buys. There are games that try different things, that unique, doing different, what do they call it, mechanics and stuff. But then guess what? Those games don't get the sales. They don't get no money. But in the bare bones game that's just copy and paste, they seem to be always doing well.
But Caleb, we have to give most of the flack to the devs, because if we're looking at the trend, right, most games that hop on the wave usually don't perform as good. If a game is hot and like it seeming like it's the new thing, there's gonna be a lot of players playing it. But if devs hop on the wave, that don't mean players are gonna like hop on that shit. There were a whole bunch of BRs that came out. A majority of the BRs that came out actually ended up not doing good.
That's a fact.
And that's because people was trying to hop on the wave. Now, of course, you have like your war zones and stuff. COD already had a crazy fan base, so that's that. Apex, I think Apex was also lightning in a bottle. I think the way Respawn went about that was actually really smart, because
people wanted the battle royale without the building, and Apex was able to fill that need.
Yep.
For that moment. So
Pretty much. And and we all know some people are like, oh, Fortnite's too cartoony for me and shit like that. Apex was literally what those type of people were looking for. It was also a more, boots to the ground, kind of more hardcore. Your characters had like their own personalities and abilities and stuff like that. So Apex was different enough. And they were also, remember, Respawn, they're coming off the backs of Titanfall, so they had a big fan base with that too. Now that doesn't mean majority of the devs that make these games, like, people are just gonna hop on it because it's a BR or extraction shooter. If anything, I actually think all these games that's coming out that's supposed to be extraction shooters, I actually think probably 95% of them are gonna flop and not do good.
I agree.
Gotta stop chasing the trends, man. You gotta build your own shit.
Well, at least with Fairgames, the Sony studio, I think that's gonna be a flop just because, one, you initially were designing a heist game that was gonna play like Payday. There's not too many in the gaming world, or of its genre. Like Payday, I think, is the only one that does something like, correct me if I'm wrong. And for you to make a game that was going to be in that genre competing with Payday, especially after Payday 3 was a flop and everyone went back to Payday 2, that would have been good for you guys because you would have cashed in on a hidden gem at this point, and a player base that was looking for something new because everyone left the third game to go back to the old game. But then, as you're designing your game, you decide to change up everything and say, nope, we're doing an extraction shooter because you saw someone else catch lightning in a bottle. Like, for me, that doesn't make sense. Just because it worked for them doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. You're not the same studio. Yep. There's levels to this. How many times we say, hey man, this was a great concept, but poor execution. And you think maybe, if another studio had, their hands on this, it would have popped off. How many times have we said that?
That's a fact.
Sometimes you make a game and it has a great idea, but you're not the studio that should be making the game. Not to say that you can't pull it off, but there's other studios more talented that could make it work. And you struggling to get this idea across has to do with maybe you guys don't have the talent. You guys aren't talented enough. You don't have the experience. And that's the reason why you guys failed. But, let's say, for whatever reason, Wuchang just didn't hit, right? But the game had a great concept and a great story. Imagine people were saying, what if FromSoft made Wuchang Fallen Feathers? Now people would be saying, shit, that would have been a real banger. They have the experience. They know what they're doing. It's the same genre, right?
Yep.
But with Fairgames, the fact that they don't have a real vision because they went from making a heist game like Payday into making an extraction shooter like Tarkov or Arc Raiders means to tell me they burning money and they don't even know what the hell they want to do it. If you got a plan, stick to one thing and see it through. Don't all of a sudden change it because you see success from other people and you're thinking, well, Embark Studios, they only got one game to finals and that didn't really do much in terms of the FPS genre. And they caught wind of the extraction shooters and they got a hit. Who's to say we can't do that? We're both indie studios. Like, no, just because y'all both indie and you have the same upbringing or the same coming into existence doesn't mean you're gonna do the same as that studio. There's levels to this. Embark, we just found out, it's just built different. It's a team full of ex-DICE devs. These are the guys behind the best Battlefield games we've ever seen that left DICE and made this studio. Yes, that's why their games are good. They got vets who have experience and are talented. That's not you.
That's a fact.
You, for all we know, y'all could be some interns or some guys that just graduated came up with this studio, Sony bought y'all, and this is your first game. Mind you, this is their first game. You're not proven. Do something you guys know you can do before you try to spread your wings and do other things. Yeah, it might not be the success like Arc Raiders or Tarkov or whatever other extraction shooter that's out there, but at least you know you're competing with Payday, and right now Payday ain't doing so good. Your game could have took off in the heist. Like, Nano, what I'm confused about is, okay, you seen what Arc Raiders did with the extraction genre, knowing that there's barely any other game extraction genre. There's like, what, 4 games before they decided to go in there and become the 5th, and then Marathon right after them.
Different.
So the heist genre only got like, what, 1 game? Payday.
Yep.
And maybe if you want to count GTA Online. So who's to say you couldn't just jump into the heist genre and have blown up like Arc Raiders did for the heist genre? And you could have been Arc Raiders, but for the heist games.
That's true.
Come on, bro. You don't have any competition as it is. Who you competing with? For you to be successful, the bar is already low. You're setting yourselves up for more success than going into the extraction genre, knowing you have to go up against a juggernaut that you guys call the Fortnite of extraction shooters. Like, how did they not see this?
I don't know. So it sounds like, Sammy, you're basically saying they should develop their own identity and keep building up on what they got going.
Yeah, I remember seeing the first trailer at the State of Play, and it was a heist game in that trailer, and then later on you're hearing that, oh, it's gonna play like Payday but different. I'm like, okay, I played Payday, the first one, and I enjoyed it, and it's a heist game. I played the GTA heist, and I enjoyed those. I'm thinking, okay, we got another entry. I know that indie game Rockade City or Crime Boss Rockade City came out, and that's another heist game, but I don't even know if it's really hit like that. It didn't sound like it when it initially launched. So really, Payday is the only big hitter in that genre. And the fact that Payday 3 flopped and everyone went back to Payday 2 was the best chance for you to be the Arc Raiders of the heist genre.
Yep.
Because now you're not really competing with anybody. There's no one else in this genre that's really doing anything in the genre. Payday at this point is like Divisions, the division for the extraction looter shooter genre, right? You have Payday as the division sitting in the genre by itself. You could have been Arc Raiders in that genre, but you didn't believe in yourself with the heist genre at first, and then saw success somewhere else and said, let me go chase that. All that tells me is you guys don't have a sense of direction and no real vision into what you guys want to do. And I don't think whatever game they drop, when it's ready, is gonna last. I honestly think we're gonna have another Concord moment. Or another High Guard or something. I don't think that game is gonna be online for long. Because you got no soul. You got no soul when you want to create this game. You're making this game because you're chasing the trend. When you got no soul and you making a game, your game don't last.
They gotta stop with that shit, bro.
That's how I feel about that.
I think a lot of us share that same sentiment, man.
But in terms of studios that weren't looking so good, Wuchang got some good news. They were saved. Nano had posted this in the group chat, but at the time I wasn't looking in the group chat. I was just scrolling through my YouTube timeline like an hour after you posted this. It was hilarious. And I stumbled across the video and I was watching it. I was like, no way, Nano was just talking about this, like, we were just talking about this like a couple days ago, and like last week about Wuchang's studio pretty much being shut down and the director leaving and making his own studio. And now literally today, we're hearing that they got bought out, and the franchise could be potentially saved. How do you feel about that?
Mm-hmm. I think this is great, man. This is great because I feel like that studio, and I know in the video the guy said that, you know, obviously it's not going to be confirmed that they're going to do something with it. They're just buying it. But in my head, I'm like, why would I pay for an IP if I didn't plan on doing anything with it or building?
Nano, you know what that reminds me of? When Microsoft or Xbox at the time sold off Hi-Fi Rush to, was it Krafton or Nacon, whichever publisher it was from Korea, and then they said they're going to do a sequel with Hi-Fi Rush 2.
Yep,
that's what this situation reminds me of. Sorry to kind of cut you off, but yeah, you can continue.
I mean, you're right. Like, bro, like literally, like you said, we were just talking about this last week. We thought, damn, this game had a lot of potential. Now it sounds like it's gonna be dead in the water, and then another company just comes and picks it up and like saves it. So, you know, that's good because the game, from what I heard, I think the game sold like over a million units, which actually,
yeah,
it's pretty good to me. But
for a Souls-like 2, an unknown studio, first time making a game, to sell a million copies, that's not easy. You know, Marathon barely sold over 1 million copies.
Yep. So,
Khazan didn't even sell 1 million copies, and that was a good game. Some would argue it was a better game than this.
That's a fact, because people, like I've heard, obviously we heard, you know, kind of mixed things. You know, not everybody liked Wuchang, but from what I heard, everybody loved Khazan. So, you know, but that just goes to show you that we all know the Souls market is still pretty big. And one thing I will say, maybe not with the multiplayer games, you could like get away with like kind of doing like the same type of genre. And one thing, so here's the thing, I feel like with Souls like games, I feel like I don't know why, but I get the feeling that they're more passionate when they make those type of games. I don't know why. Like, it just feel like there's more like in those type of games. Obviously you could say they have like a decent, like the master class formula or the blueprint from like FromSoft, but like I would say a lot of the Souls likes that comes out are usually pretty above average, at least the ones that's usually covered by people. So I don't know, it looked like Wuchang had a nice world going on inside the game, had some great combat. Obviously I think it had like some things that people didn't like, especially with the censorship stuff and whatnot, but I feel like
some builds being unbalanced and unbalanced in the sense that they were just broken. I experienced that because I partaked in a bit. I did it on stream, but you know, I did switch it up. I said I wasn't going to use the builds no more because they were cracked, but I did display it myself just to show people like there's a build out there that's just broken. You could beat the whole game with that just one build.
Yes, sir. So I mean, I think it's great, man. It's great news that the game's still gonna be alive. It's not gonna be a dead IP. And,
Me too, because they did say there were some sequels on the way before the news broke out that they were getting shut down and the director got fired. So the fact that they promised, you know, a future, there was a vision out there for the series, and the game was set up that way if you played it, and then come to find out the game is just gone now. And then now you hear the news that no, you know, the parent company to the publisher has bought out the rights to the game and essentially saved it, that's good news.
Yep.
Because now there's a possibility for sequels in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But with this, is there hope for the first Berserker Khazan to be saved as well?
I mean, honestly, one can only hope. Like, a company coming to buy you, that's kind of, you lucked out. If I guess the game lucked out. So
what if Microsoft buys them?
That could be a thing.
They could buy. They could buy that. You know, think about it.
That would actually be smart.
Because Microsoft has been trying to get a foothold in Asia. This would be one of their first Asian studios, and they already got a studio that can make a banger like the first Berserker Khazan.
Yep. And you know what we talked about last week? It could be the second game that blows up.
Mm-hmm. It might not always be the first game, but the second game was the game that could really make things like pop off. Because like Payday wasn't really like, I'm using Payday as an example because we was just talking about this, but Payday, the first one, was a solid game, but it was the second one that put the game franchise on the map. Yep. And then the third one killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we getting towards like 3 hours. What we're gonna wrap up? We got any like thing we need to, like a big thing we need to cover before we get off here?
Mr. Samuel,
I don't think so. I mean, some of this other stuff we can talk about next week. They're more so just the trailers.
Yeah, we only need 40 topics on every episode. We got to cut.
True. I mean, I guess we kind of talked about the. I think the DRM was kind of the most important thing we talked about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is there anything that any of y'all want to talk about this week that we haven't talked about yet? Or do you just...
covered up at least everything for the week so far. I think we brought up. I think I'm good.
I guess the last thing we can cover, Nano, is your game, baby, Saros. You got that IGN special.
Yeah. All right, so
that, man.
Okay, so at first I was okay. If we think about it, 7 is not the worst. Which I'm not gonna lie, that actually kind of makes me kind of hype because that means that everybody else, like, this game is like pretty fucking beast. If IGN's giving it a 7. So
is 7 the new 10 for IGN?
It might be, but I'm not gonna lie though. I might have to give this one a pass because
what? Yeah, so you're saying it's not good then?
No. Let me.
Okay. I'll
explain. So at first I thought IGN was just IGN, right?
Yeah. Then
I listened to, the GI podcast. Shout out to, the Black Hokage, Watts, JG, and Ethos, and they actually talked about this topic, and they were kind of talking about, if IGN was IGNing, but turns out, a lot of the companies that gave Saros,
9s out of 10s, 10s out of 10s.
Yeah, it turns out a lot of them didn't get to the true ending of the game. Now, the person who reviewed the game for IGN,
he beat the game.
Apparently, he got the true ending. So, a lot of the people probably beat the game.
Yeah.
But like Returnal, you could beat the game, but there's a true ending.
Just like Wuchang,
the game multiple times.
There's 4 different endings in Wuchang, and you can get all the different endings, but the true ending.
Yeah, so it looked like the guy that beat the game, he played through the game like damn near 100%. Yeah. And he based his a big portion, it seemed like a big reason why he gave the game a 7 is because I think he didn't really mesh with the true ending. And I actually think, you know, if you're a lore person, I could definitely see that being a big reason why somebody would kind of take points off of a game.
Yeah.
And apparently,
but that's 3 points.
Well, we don't know how. I didn't read the article, but you know, there's others. I'm pretty sure the game's not perfect. I'm pretty sure there's other things that he probably had a problem with too. But
yeah,
but because he went out of his way to get the true ending, technically he probably put a lot more time into the game than all the other outlets that reviewed the game. And from what the GI podcast was saying, apparently they personally knew this dude and they said he's actually reputable. So, you know, they had faith in what he was saying. So it's not like he was the person who did the Crimson Desert one or the Mouse PI for Hire.
Don't bring those men up, man. Oh man.
So a big thing with the Crimson Desert one, right? A lot of people who played the game
didn't get over like 20 hours.
Yeah, they didn't put enough time to really like kind of give the game its just due.
I mean, these are the same reviewers that Luke Stevens was talking about getting stuck on the first puzzle for 45 minutes, or the same people getting stuck on the first boss for like 10 hours. Shout out to Luke Stevens.
So it's kind of like, damn, like you kind of gotta question
the integrity,
the validity, because it's like you didn't really
beat the game.
You know, you
put the work in to get that far. Yeah.
And we all know when you actually put in the time and you really explore the game,
you start putting out videos every day like IGN did.
Yeah. So like, because of that, I'm not gonna give IGN flack for the Saros review, even though
that's a first.
Saros is made by Housemarque, and they made Returnal, and I love Returnal with all my heart. Like, I will be a Housemarque. If they keep making games like this, I will always love Housemarque. And like I said, if he gonna give it a 7, I'm fine with that, because to me, a 7 isn't necessarily a bad thing. Because I could play the game and I could think
it's an 8 or a 9 or a 10.
Yeah, like it's still it just, from what he said, it was just like a big thing was like he didn't like how the ending was. But for me, I'm a gameplay first type of person. And from what I'm seeing from the gameplay, I could give this game a 9 straight off the gameplay alone. That's how I felt about Returnal. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what the fuck was going on in Returnal's lore. But the gameplay made me think it was a 9 too. So I'm thinking this is pretty much more the same. So, you know, I know it's fun for us to shit on IGN and they kind of on the road right now, but I'm not gonna go on dirty, man. Not for Saros.
So, are you saying that you're gonna play Crimson Desert before you play Saros then?
Hell, fuck no. Saros come out tomorrow, bro. I'm going to Walmart to pick that bitch up ASAP tomorrow. Bro, let me tell y'all what happened to me. I think on Monday. Bro, I went to Walmart, right? Because I wanted to see if I could pick up Pragmata physically. And I'm not gonna lie, they didn't have that shit, so I just got that shit.
Oh my god, Nano. Better be online for 30 days.
They didn't have that shit. But so I had to get that game digitally, bro. Now,
Nano,
tell me why I saw Saros in the Walmart. Like, it was the game was sitting right next to the empty pragmatic. The empty pragmatic is like right next to it, but Saros is there, and I'm like, yo, this game doesn't come out for like another couple days. Like, shit, let me get this. So the guy, I asked him if they had any more pragmatics. He's like, nah, I don't think so. And I was like, can I get Saros? He's like, sure. I'm hyped, bro. I'm like geeking.
wait, so you didn't get Pragmata?
I did get Pragmata, but I had to get it digitally. I couldn't get it physically. So we go to ring up the game, and, you know, he's like, damn, what kind of game is this? And, you know, I'm like, oh, it's kind of like Returnal and stuff. He's like, oh yeah, I heard of that and stuff. And, you know, I'm just chilling, thinking about playing the game when I get home. And then he's like, oh, I'm like, what? He's like, man, it's not gonna let me ring it up until the 30th. I was like, fuck. So even though they had the game, he couldn't sell it to me until, you know, the right date.
Yeah.
So I'm going back tomorrow to get it.
Okay.
But, you know, that's pretty much my...
Hey, man, you Pragmata may be safe in your library, but Saros won't be. You better be online at least once every 30 days, Nano.
I mean, I don't remember the last time I wasn't online for that long.
Hey, don't jinx it, man. Hurricane might come. Don't jinx it, man.
Man, it's whatever.
That's crazy.
But, hey, I'm gonna get Saros tomorrow, man. Now I gotta decide whether I want to play Saros before Pragmata.
No, what you got? What you gonna do? Play Pragmata, and then Crimson Desert, and then Saros.
Nah, you got me fucked up.
Nah,
I've been looking for Saros before Pragmata and Crimson Desert.
I gave you a chance. Okay, then you got place. You can play Saros first, then Crimson Desert, then
Hell
Pragmata.
no, bro! I told you I wasn't gonna play Crimson Desert until I'm done beating Saros and
I gave you your options, Nano. You can play one single player. You can play one of these single player games that are short, and then play the long one.
Bro. I know what I'm doing.
Nah, ain't no way you gonna play Crimson
It's
Desert
already
last.
taking you a while to get through the game, bro. I still got games coming out in these next couple months I want to get, bro. So
I should have asked Angel where he at now too.
Bro, Angel ain't touched that game since the first couple days, bro. You know that.
Damn.
He's not wrong.
Damn, Angel, what the hell?
He's not, bro. I've been too focused on this DJ shit, bro. I haven't really been gaming at all, bro.
That's fair.
He been playing his reggaeton, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to be known out here, man. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to be on those TikToks where you'll see me in a big ass crowd. You be like, oh shit, Angel made it. Angel made it.
Angel's DJing at Bad Bunny's birthday party?
Oh, I will bust a nut before I even enter.
That's crazy.
All in all, because it does sound like my boy Angel about to lean over and pass out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I had to say about Saros. So, y'all want to get into like the finishing statements or anything?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm a little energized now. It's just I don't know what happened to me earlier. That shit,
It's all good,
Hey,
man. You know when you gotta deal
that
with the
dad
kids,
life, bro. I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning taking these girls to school, man. That shit's killing me.
I'm already knowing, man. But if I had to say,
hold on, Nano got kids?
Nah, man. Come
I was
on,
about
man. I'm
to say.
Jamaican, but I don't got no kids yet, man. Come on. But if I had my finishing statement, my final statement would be Saros coming for you tomorrow, man. It's gonna be lit.
Coming for it in 5 minutes?
Listen, man. As soon as I wake up.
Wait, do they have midnight releases? They still have midnight releases, right?
I don't know if the one at my Walmart's doing it, but I have 2 Walmarts next to me. So if one doesn't have it, I'm definitely going to the other.
That's fair.
But yeah, man, Saros, man, coming for you. Now I'm gonna have Saros and Pragmata. And I just got to decide which one I'm starting. I might just start Pragmata though, because I heard that game's pretty short. So
you know what you should start?
Do that.
The game you got first, Crimson Desert.
Pragmata, you right?
Nah, Crimson Desert. You got that one first.
No.
Nah, you bought that game. Don't lie. You bought that game. I remember.
I did get it before, but hey, I'm letting the game cook, man. It's getting updated. I'm hearing the game getting better. Shit, I ain't in no rush. Shit, if anything, I might even push that game back even further, man.
Yeah, you push that game back further, and they gonna start nerfing all the bosses by the time you get on.
Listen, I want to play the game and do as much as I can before the game of the year.
You know what you sound like? You sound like you trying to play the game so you can be like Jackal TTV on easy mode.
Nah, bro. Come on, man. I play my games on hard. If anything, I think Crimson Desert is getting difficulty. I'm putting that shit on hard, so...
It's getting difficulty because they knew they effed up after they I'm gonna have to replay the game then. Just to fight the second boss all over again.
So you gonna be where I'm at anyway, so...
Nah. I'm gonna start tonight right now then.
Okay.
Actually, no, I gotta wait for the difficulty. I gotta wait.
Yeah.
I'll just beat the game and restart it then.
That's it for me. So I guess Mr. Sammy, since you're already talking, man, what's your final statement?
Final statements. Crimson Desert. Well, I guess my final statements are I think right now there's probably 3 games up for Game of the Year based on order. Resident Evil 9, Crimson Desert, and Pragmata. We don't know about Saros right now. Maybe Saros might be a Game of the Year contender. We'll have to wait and see. I'm excited to get back into Arc Raiders because I haven't played it since the new update, which was yesterday. I didn't get a chance to play it today because I was helping out with the podcast stuff, and then I was relaxing for a bit before the podcast, so didn't get time to touch the game. But you know, once this podcast is over, I'm hopping in. I'm going topside in Speranza. We're going to the Riventide. Got some turbines to blow up. Hopefully I don't die. But yeah, you know, we didn't cover everything, but we'll cover them next week. Don't worry about it. It's just game trailers anyways. And they're just talking about, or they're just covering new game releases, which is always fun because we're gamers out here. We love to see games. But yeah, it's a slippery slope that PlayStation is sliding on right now. It looked like they stepped on a banana peel, and I just hope, you know, there's some serious backlash behind this, and you know, more people start to realize and wonder why everyone's complaining about PlayStation and look into it, and you know, causes like an uproar with enough people where Sony is like, okay, we gotta walk this back, because DRM over what you own, nah, that's a lawsuit for me. We're going to court. Like me personally, I'll hire someone. We're going to court, because I don't think you should be able to lose your purchase or lose your library just because you decide to go offline, or you decide to do however you want to do with your content you bought. That doesn't make sense to me. But you know, Sony gamers, stay safe. I'm rooting for you guys. And yeah, can't wait till next month, Forza Horizon 6. Beyond that, Daily Driver. But yeah, Caleb.
Yo. Final statements, man. Shit. I don't even know. the brawler of Speedstorm signing out. You know what I'm saying? Team Anissa. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey,
Man went from one extreme to another extreme.
hey, I'm on Caleb's side. Team Anissa, let's go.
That's crazy, Nano.
Team Anissa.
Damn. Team Duplicate. How about that?
Man, she was getting ran through by the freaking day organization, nigga. No.
I knew you was gonna say some shit.
Recreational use.
Yeah. There we go.
No, you just gotta get the right version and you good.
Oh, she told you she was a virgin because
So
only clone 7 and 8, was spreading them cheeks, but 1 and 2 never did anything.
Listen, all them clones apart, bruh.
yeah,
Rex was floating all over her.
Yep. So Mr. Immortal came.
Yeah, bro. She was getting
what's the girl that can shrink herself? What's her name?
She.
Yeah, now she.
No.
That's wife material in the show.
Yes, sir.
Oh, a Monster Girl? No, no.
Oh hell no!
No, not Monster Girl. The girl
Y'all know
that
what you're
can
talking
shrink
about.
herself.
Yeah, that one.
Oh shoot, is she coming back in the show? Because we didn't see her since Rex.
Another season, probably.
Season 5,
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, they still got a lot to go through, so.
Okay, we'll see. I didn't read the comics, so I don't want to know. But yeah, Angel.
My final statements. Fuck game off. That's my final statement.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
What brought this on?
Fuck game law.
Fuck game off. Shit, other than that, fucking PlayStation going downhill with the DRM bullshit. Microsoft is coming back strong. Looks like Xbox brand is, thriving now. Looks like with all the changes that the CEO is doing.
An AI CEO, by the way.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Almost like everything AI is in.
Right.
AI
At this
smarter than
point,
the common American.
I'm gonna get an AI girlfriend. At this point,
Ooh, snap! She gonna be acting right too.
right? Go make me a fucking sandwich. Okay, daddy.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
This Nano. The blasphemy.
Hey, the AI can't tell you no. So I mean,
So no crust.
you know what I'm saying? Do you like it gourmet? Extra crispy? You know what I'm saying? Like what?
Damn.
Go to the store for me and give me this real quick. Got you. It'll be like Will Smith's iRobot, but without them killing us. Hopefully.
No, don't have the safeguards. I think all of those movies, the purpose of those movies serve is to warn people of the danger so that the people actually making the robots can make sure that doesn't happen. So they'll put in safeguards. So we should be all right. There's no, we ain't gonna be no killer robot, because if so, they will get lawsuited. It'd be financially unfavorable.
Yeah. I just hope. But yeah, AI definitely taking over the future. Soon you won't even need to worry about, your significant others, because we could just get AI versions of them. Wait, who said that? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. At this point, we're about to replace real humans with AI because real humans are shit right now. It's crazy.
Man, you saying the AI chatbot?
We gotta do better.
A better conversation.
We gotta do better, guys. Come on. But other than that, we got a great podcast. Who knows what's gonna happen in the next following week? Like I said, you can have a slow week, you can have a banger week. You never know what happens in the gaming world. We got Division.
Yeah, let me stop. About to say something.
You got Divisions. you may have Caleb coming back. You never know. You just never know.
We'll call them out. So Caleb might
I
be
guess we'll
coming
find
back.
out next week on Speedstorm. I mean, what?
We'll see.
Caleb said he needs everybody to raise their hands like the spirit bomb and give them all your energy.
Give me your energy.
Give me your motivation.
Give me your drive to play this game.
That's what Duplicate said. Give me your energy.
Oh, she was stealing all kinds of energy in the show, man.
I'm done with y'all. But yeah, that's all for me. I was like, you guys like the content? Like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified whenever we go live. We'll be here next week, Wednesday,
Ding, ding, ding.
for another one. And until then, y'all have a great rest of your week. And much love, y'all.
Good night.
Oh, whoops. That's the wrong one.
Let's go, chat.
That's also the wrong one.
Welcome to the CrashOut.
All right.
Hey, man. Now that I think about it, Eve ain't much different from Duplicate, man. She also dated Rexflow, getting past, you know, he was cheating on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mark got Rexflow's sloppy seconds, and then she aborted his baby.
Crazy. But that is true.
That's
Even Eve's dad brought it up in the show. Oh my god.
That's funny.
That's terrible. Could it be me?
Flips can't catch it the same way. Si tú sabes, you know all good. Next one stream, that's how you understood. That feeling. That's timing. But me same for still is.